Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's good to see you again. We're back with Sherlock Holmes and the case of the Serrated Scalpel, the Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes. It's a good one. It's well, actually, I don't know. It's got some limitations. Let's say that.
Take that, Andy. Screw you.
Yeah, take that, Andy. Hi, everybody. Good to see you, Refraction. Good to see you, Pylozan. Good to see you, Killick. Good to see you there, Nab that Cat. Welcome in, Damabane. Strider. Welcome in as well. Bo Alving, Gaming Catter Ella, hello, good to see you too. Anybody else who I haven't said hello to, but her Gamer, hi, good to see you there. Welcome. Yeah, we're going to be playing some more of this. So, whoa, hey, that's too loud. I told you to be quiet, damn it. I swear, there's so many freaking problems with this audio. I got to get a better media player. This tool sucks. Anyway, hi everybody. Thank you very much, Nadback Cat and Run, for the 700 bits. Sorry I don't have any alerts set up yet. I'm still working on it. I apologize. They'll be set up soon. But welcome. I have the YouTube stream running as well, I believe. So hi everybody on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching there. If you've just joined us live, then greetings. You can
hi
jump in the chat and
guys.
say hello if you would like to. Hi Iz, good to see you there. And if you're watching offline, or what's the word? If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, then please consider liking the video and subscribing, and I don't know, maybe even leave a comment at some point if you feel like it. It'll be cool to hear from you. Anyway. Damn it, Baines, you got a joke for us, is it? Or is this a real thing? Let me read it, and then I'll decide if it's a joke. My girlfriend wishes I had the body of Thor, but I already do. She just hasn't seen Endgame yet. Ah, yes. Very good. That's an old joke, isn't it? That's quite an old joke. But thanks for sharing it. And again, Nadback Cat and Run, thank you for the 700 bits. That's extremely generous of you. I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well today. Is All M and Refraction, Pylozan, absolute legend. Pi, you're off work for a couple of weeks now, right? Or a week or so, something like that. Hope you enjoy your time away from that. The shift work must be exhausting, I'm sure. Got myself a cup of coffee. I'm ready to get going. It's actually quite warm. You're off for a week now as well. Wow, you're both off for a week. You guys can get up to some mischief if you wanted to. I don't know what you would do, but yeah. It's good to see you both. Yeah, anyway, so I had some thoughts about what I'm playing. Like, is the Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes, the case of the Serrated Scalpel, something that people want to see a full playthrough of or not? And I don't know. I think people do want to see a full playthrough of it, but I think it's also a bit of a tough one to sit and watch because there's not a lot happening all the time. So I was thinking about maybe playing something else, and I was looking up, like, I really enjoyed playing the X-Files game when that came out, and I've been watching more X-Files again lately. And I thought, wait a second, I know there was another X-Files game, at least one other one. I found out there's actually 4 digital titles released, I think. There might be more, but I found that there are 4. One of them's just like an interactive multimedia disc collection thing. Like basically an interactive database of X-Files, like screenshots or photos and clips and stuff like that. I'm sure they're all low res, and I'm sure it's terrible because it came out, I think, in like the late 90s. A little bit before that game, which was the FMV game we played, which was like a while back. Hi there, ATM Machine. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. The found files of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, we're finding them. We're slowly finding them. We haven't found all of the files yet. What do you get when you cross a rooster with a jar of peanut butter pie? I don't know. A cock that sticks to the roof of your mouth. What? What? A good joke. That's a good joke. Thank you. You were just watching the second X-Files movie. I haven't watched the second X-Files movie yet. Hi, Grognak. Good to see you. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Yay!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So, yeah, I was watching the X-Files a lot lately. Actually, it's like since I played the game, So the first X-Files game, I can't remember the order of the seasons and stuff. It's basically like there's several seasons, and then there's like the movie, and then there's the game somewhere around the same time as the movie, and then there's season 6 and 7 or something like that go on after the movie. And then I don't know what happens. I'm not sure when to watch the next movie. I gotta look that up. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I really like the X-Files. I just don't think I've seen them all. I don't think I've seen every episode. So, I've been sort of working my way through it. G'day there, Alfie. Hope you're doing well. My Saturday was pretty decent. I was a little bit less productive today than I had planned to be. I got a few things I was doing around the house. I got half of them done, so that's good. Second movie is terrible. I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Don't tell me it's terrible. It's going to be brilliant. What are you talking about? Anyway, I got distracted by all that, but half is a lot. It depends on depends on what half of it is, I guess. Anyway, I didn't get all the stuff done I planned to do today, so I got to do some more tomorrow. That's the thing. Even terrible movies deserve a watch. Why do you think people watch that horror film about the killer tire? I will never watch that movie, though, Spaz. I don't have any intention of watching it. I've heard of it. I will never watch it. Yeah. Hey, Necro Keys, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Have you watched the 80s Sherlock Holmes TV series with Jeremy Brett? I have not, no. I have not. I did watch, actually, Serenity's Bane posted a video, a YouTube video they'd put together about Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. It's like an animated series with like 22 episodes. And I watched the video that he put together, and video as well put together. Good review. But, oh man, it made the show... I'm sure if you're nostalgic for the show, it's probably still fun to watch, but I'm not going to watch any of it. The plot and the premise is like, it has got some interesting bones, let's say, but it's not... Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. Hey, Board Game Heaven. It goes good. How are you? I hope you're well. Are you telling me that the glass is half full? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, how could that be, Mercedes? Anyway, what I was trying to say is I've been watching more X-Files again lately. I'm trying to like make sure I've seen every single episode of X-Files, and part of that is I also want to consume all of the content. And I've actually just finished watching through season 7, and like I said, today I was pondering, like, should I play a different game or something like that? And I remembered about the other X-Files game that I knew about, and I looked up to see if there was other X-Files games that were available. There is one that's on mobile devices as well, so I already talked about the database one. It's not that interesting, probably not going to stream it. In fact, I can't see any point in streaming it. But the one that has all the FMV sequences that we did stream was quite good. That's the first like video game that's X-Files based. There's also a mobile game, a J2ME mobile game, which is apparently it's like basically a point and click adventure, from what I can tell. I definitely want to give that a try. I'm not set up to play games like that on stream yet, so I'll have to see if I can figure something out to set that up and maybe give it a shot. And then there's actually the PlayStation 2 game, which is the one I was thinking of. And I found out that that's supposed to take place during season 7, which I just finished watching season 7. So disappointingly, I could have been playing that game, but I've already finished watching season 7. Apparently it takes place sometime after the second episode of series 7. Season 7. So yeah, I guess I've just gotta play it soon. Hey Flip Flap Flop Flipper Flaps, how are you today? I hope you're well. If you really want to be a completionist, you should play the X-Files inspired OG XCOM mod. Yeah, I was going to give that an honorable mention as well, but we'll get to it. There is actually another, X-Files game, which I don't know much about. So, yeah, there's the digital media. Oh wait, no, I think I talked about them all. There's the digital media exploration database thing. There's the FMV game. There's the mobile game, and then there's the PlayStation 2 game. That's all of the official Xbox video games that have been produced, which is weird considering it's such a massive franchise, and it definitely could do with like a really good point-and-click graphic adventure game, I think. Or something like that. There's so many options there, because it's like the Monster of the Week sort of thing, and the recurring themes, the overarching themes, all of that kind of stuff. There's plenty to do with an X-Files game. You could do a lot with it. So yeah, it's a little surprising that there wasn't more done with the concept. Hey there! Yeah, actually, Proton, I had it playing during the startup of the stream. The cyber track. It was cool. Whiskey Juliet, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. So anyway, yeah, the honorable mention was going to be the X-Files XCOM mod, which sounds really, really interesting, but also me and XCOM don't always get along. So I may not stream that. I don't know. We'll see. I have to think about it. I just don't think it's going to add the parts of the X-Files that I care about. It's going to focus in on, like, you know, the alien defenses and stuff like that. Because I think, like, there's a lot of plot similarities and crossovers between XCOM's, like, base universe and X-Files' base universe. There's a lot of similarities and parallels there already. So it's probably just more of the same, I'm guessing. I don't know. I haven't checked it out. Maybe I'll have a look. But yeah. I have watched The Lone Gunman as well. I've watched all of The Lone Gunman and that Cat and Run, but I don't remember which season it slots in with in terms of, like, the X-Files. I think it might be season 5. I think that might be around the time that it comes, but I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. Anyway, so that's the story is, I thought, how about, since there's, like, as far as, like, the official X-Files games that I could play, which are available out there, there's only 2 that have physical media that you could actually... Well, I guess there's 3 if you count the media compilation thing. There's technically 3, but there's, like, in terms of actual video games, there's just the 2. The Xbox... I keep saying Xbox because it's X-Files. I think the PlayStation 2 game and the PC game. I already have the PC game. I don't think I have the PlayStation 2 game. So I thought maybe we could take a quick look on eBay and see if we could find the PlayStation 2 game. Just for a little bit of exploration before we dive into Sherlock Holmes. Just see, like, if there's any copies of it out there for cheap, and if not, like, what are the prices, stuff like that. Hope you're doing well today, Pern. It's good to see you. You recently finished Zack McCracken for the first time. A little bit of X-Files in a way. It is a little bit X-Files, actually. Yeah, it does have some of that flavor in it, and I really liked Zack McCracken. It's quite a good game. Inside Out Boy, good to see you. I can tell you something really odd and strange. There's an episode of the X-Files where they mention my illness, saying some people, it's to do with alien DNA. Oh, in some people, it's to do with alien DNA. That's weird, Inside Out Boy. That's very strange. They do, X-Files, like, not every episode's aged well. Season 7, I gotta say, like, I've seen Season 7 before, but this time watching through it, I was surprised how much I didn't like it. Like, a lot of the episodes, I was like, oh, that was really crap. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I have anonymous follows on the channel, so feel free to lurk if you would like to, or jump in the chat and say hello. Talk about X-Files if you want. Hey there, Nico and the Bad Seeds. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, more Sherlock today. I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I am going to be taking the walkthrough as soon as I run into any, like, roadblocks that feel like it's just like I'm going in circles again. I just don't want to deal with the going in circles and going mad trying to figure out what to do. I'll still try and solve the game without hints, but, like, as soon as, like, it feels like I need a hint, I'm gonna go looking at hints, I think. Because I don't want to spend too long, like, just muddling through it and not understanding what to do next. Because that's not a fun experience. Hey, Deluxe Pete and Tim, good to see you, Barracourts as well. Hope you're both doing well. Waiting for the episode where they investigate drop bears. I don't think they ever did a drop bear episode, but maybe they did, I don't know. I have not watched all of the X-Files, but I've definitely watched Season 7 before. I think the worst episode on Season 7, it's possible that it's the FPS episode. It's just, like, suspension of disbelief is really easy to do when they're talking about, like, aliens or, like, weird out there stuff that you, like, there's not, like, knowledge of those things is not very grounded in reality already. But when they're talking about a video game and, like, stuff that happens in the FPS episode, it's so bad. Because, like, even if you're not a game developer, I think most people understand how computers and, like, graphics and, like, the mechanics of video games actually work in real life. And it's just, like, the episode just makes zero sense. It's very strange. Like, I know it's the X-Files and you're supposed to suspend disbelief and you're supposed to get into it. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, this is cool or whatever. But it's just such a poorly written episode. And none of the stuff that happens in the episode makes any sense. It's complete nonsense. It's just, like, really too hard for me to suspend my disbelief that much. When they're like, oh yeah, there's aliens abducting people, I can totally put that out there as like, yeah, okay, conceptually, I guess I can understand that. But, like, conceptually, I can't understand how the computer can, like, kill people or do the things that it does. And they never make any kind of explanation of, like, why this weird stuff happened. They never come up with some, like, Mulder's always coming up with, or Scully even, they're coming up with reasons like, oh, this could explain this behavior or this thing that's happening out there. But they never do that for the FPS episode. It's just, like, nonsense happens and nobody says why, and nobody seems to care. And, like, 3 people die or something like that, and they're like, oh, well. Like, they just move on. Like, nothing gets solved. It makes no sense. I don't know if I have a favorite episode Inside Out Boy. I don't know if I have a favorite one. I think the very first episode of X-Files, with the guy who, like, can squish into small spaces, that one still disturbs me to this day. Like, that one's a pretty disturbing episode. I think it might have been the first episode of X-Files I ever watched, possibly, as well. Yeah, so I don't know. It was, it's something. Good to see you, Coburn. I hope you're doing well. Was the alien Gumby? Yeah. No, it was Coombs. I think his name was Coombs in that episode. And he wasn't an alien. He's just a weird human. The episode with the stretch guy was etched into your mind. Yeah, it's like the first episode, I think. Mine was season 1 called Skin. Was my favorite episode. It talks about skinwalkers. Yeah, there's like they take the shape of or the form of other people and or something like that. I also noticed this time around watching X-Files, I've noticed way more references. I guess I like know more about the stuff that they're referencing now as an adult who has like gone back and watched a lot of content and consumed more media and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that like I think if my kids watched it they wouldn't get it, but like yeah. Anyway, it was interesting. A lot of references. Good to hear you're doing well, Andri. Hello. There was that incest cannibals episode that got removed. I don't remember if it was a Supernatural episode or if that was an X-Files episode, but I remember something about something like that. But I can't remember if it's Supernatural or some or if it was this X-Files. Anyway, yeah. Actually, speaking of TV series that need video games, that's another one. Isol Lem, thank you very much for the 200 bits. We need to have an X-Files video, cheer video, Mike. Oh, and have some cheers. Thank you. I'll have some coffee. I 100% agree with you on that. Whoa, what just happened? Somehow a hype train started. Thank you very much for starting a hype train. Hey, Mini Roach, good to see you. Supernatural will make a good point and click. It totally would, yeah. Or yeah, there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of ways you could approach a Supernatural video game, for sure. You got a hype train force upon you. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I'm still not sure how it triggered. But thank you for the hype train, everybody. It was called Home? It was called Home, but which franchise was it, Mini Roach? Oh, it was only removed in some countries, Andre. Okay, alright. Herbal Dance, good to see you there as well. Welcome in. I think I missed a few chats, so if I missed something, please at me again or whatever. The liver guy who was like stretchy, Fantastic Four guy, but evil. I'm pretty sure that stretchy guy is Coombs. It's like episode 1 of X-Files, if I remember correctly. Hey, Hey, thank you very much for using Prime to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Kathara's OG, thank you very much. The 2-month subscription as well. What a legend. I appreciate that. It was The X-Files. Thank you, Mini Roach. And it was called Home. I think I have seen that. I think I remember that episode, yeah. Which season is it in? In the 4th season. Yeah, I definitely watched it then. Definitely watched that one. G'day there, Excation. It was like a year ago when I watched it, though, or more. Because it was like, yeah. I watched it before I played the video game. Refreshing the Cannibal Family Fun episode. Thanks. I appreciate. Twitch will now start hype trains arbitrarily. Does it? Why not? Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Twitch, for starting the hype train. Please, everybody, get on the hype train and give me bits. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I don't mind. I appreciate the support, though. I do. Really do. Quantum Leap. I never got into Quantum Leap, Grognak. The plot, and I don't know. There's something about it. The original, not the remake, although the ending was such a disappointment. I don't know anything about any of that, so yeah, I'm sorry, Grognak. I'll have to watch it, I guess. I'll have to at least try and watch it. Home episode was banned on Fox only. Oh, okay, there you go. Quantum Leap was awesome, though tough subject matter, though. Again, I'm not well versed enough. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but the only thing I know about Quantum Leap is that there's a guy who, like, goes back in time, I think. But he can only do that by going into other people's bodies. And there's one that was used as a GIF a lot, where there's a guy and he looks in the mirror and he says, "I'm retarded." And that's the only thing I know about it. That's like the sum of all of my knowledge of Quantum Leap. So, not the best knowledge, I guess. Hey, thank you very much for some bits, Grog.
Also, dare I say Scott Spatula's best work?
Oh.
Kidding, of course. Cheers, my dude.
Scott Spatula's best work? Is that his full real name? Babylon's all your legend. Thank you very much for the 51 months of support as well. And a tier 3 supporter as well. What a legend. Kidding, of course. Cheers, my dude. No, thank you. I don't even know what the guy's real name is. Leaps, looks in the mirror. I'm a woman? What? I genuinely don't know anything about the show. Like, his name's Bacula? Okay. Thinly veiled Dracula name. We did watch Quantum Leap when I was a kid, and I must say, it's a boring series. Boring series in an interesting way? So it's boring but interesting? That doesn't make sense. He'll always be Sam Beckett. Okay. Which is the most realistic part based on current physics? You can't time travel before the moment you started operating your time machine. But why not? Oh, I remember Slider's Execution. That was one that we watched as a family, after dinner or during dinner or whatever, occasionally. I definitely didn't watch every episode, but I remember liking it. It's got John Rhys-Davies in it, right? Doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. I'm probably wrong. But I think it's got John Rhys-Davies in it. It's got the guy from Joe's Apartment in it. Professor Green? Yeah. Okay, yeah. There you go. It was Bacula. Is that the one with the evolve bat ape things? I don't know. I don't remember that part of it. But yeah, video games and movies, and TV series that need video games. X-Files needs more video games. Supernatural needs video games. I guess Quantum Leap doesn't. I don't know. Bloody hell, Stargate needs a freaking video game. I'll tell you what. Stargate could use a video game so badly. Like, a good one. I know there is one, but it just looks like oh, what's the name of, it's a tactical game anyway. It's a strategic tactical game. They really need to, like, just make, like, people are afraid of making, like, plot-driven adventure games, I think. And like, that's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to do what Telltale did, but do it good. Like, do it real good for, like, the X-Files. That would be sick. Episodic, content-driven games. About, like, you know, plot-driven games. That would be sick. You know, you get your first episode of it is, like, setting up the main overarching plot. The next one's Monster of the Week. The next one's Monster of the Week. And the next one sort of ties it off a little bit. And then you go into another Monster of the Week. And then you couple them. And then you finally finish it off with, like, here's the arching concept all closed out with a cliffhanger. Just in case you want to make some more stuff. It could be so good. It could be so good. The entire Stargate franchise has been either severely mismanaged or I'm vastly overestimating its popularity. Yeah, I think it's been mismanaged as well, every gosh darn name. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, I don't think they really knew what made SG-1 work so well. And they kind of hit on something with Atlantis eventually, not immediately. But then, like, yeah, Stargate Universe, it had a massive potential. Like, the core idea of it had massive potential. And then it just went nowhere. And then they were finally starting to go somewhere with it, and they got canned. So, yeah, that was disappointment. That show was a disappointment. There's probably some other Stargate that I'm forgetting. I don't remember if there was another one. I think there was just those three, right? And of course the movie's brilliant. The original movie's brilliant as well. Quite fun. For a moment there was but doesn't Stargate have an FPS shooter game? It should have. It should have an FPS shooter. That would be fun. I mean, if it does, then I would like to play it. There was a point-and-click adventure game somebody was working on for Stargate. I don't know if it ever got finished or if it's like just really short. I haven't heard much about it, and that was like decades ago I heard about somebody doing that, so who knows? Pain Gamer, good to see you. The early seasons of Sliders were good, but watching it now, some of them have not aged well. A lot of it hasn't aged well, yeah. Sequence DSV, there's another crazy show from the 90s that probably shouldn't get any more attention. What? Oh my gosh, Lem, thank you very much for gifting out 5 subs. Enjoy the gift subs, everybody who got one. What is this? Quest 510, enjoy your gift sub. Slidonte, Justinitis, Mr. Gel, and Smack My Noodle Pack. Enjoy your gift subs. There's some good names there. Thank you so much, Lem, for gifting those 5 gift subs to the channel, to me, to those wonderful recipients as well. I hope everybody enjoys them. They go on. Thank you so much, Lem. Kurt is in his Elvis Presley makeup because he was shooting Graceland during the time. I don't know the context of that statement. I missed the first part of your message, Killick. I'll have to scroll up. Yeah, yes, please only imagine that, Excation. Thank you very much, Lifeforce, for gifting a sub to Samson573. Enjoy your gift sub as well, Samson. Holy crap, that's a level 3 high train at 56%. Thank you so much for that. Lifeforcer, what the heck? You keep going. You just keep on going. Thank you. Oh wait, no, that was Babylon's all that time. Sorry, Babylon's all. I apologize. The feed was a bit compressed. I didn't read properly. Babylon's all gifting 5 gift subs, 380th gift sub to the channel as well. Babylon's all, thank you very much for gifting Killpain 87087, and Onion 9999 a gift sub, Dragonfax a gift sub, Yo Nibby, and Entropy 2000. I hope you all enjoy the gift subs from Babylon's all, the legend. What's going on? This is crazy. Thank you so much, everyone. Execation, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Listrovsmeg, and Space Hoppercopter, and Sujak, and Deckard 3001, and oh my gosh, what now? As well as Refraction, thank you very much for gifting subs as well. I don't know how my eyebrows are not they're not keeping up with this workload. Refraction PCSX2, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Starving Drummer and Fire a Broadside and Ryuk47 and CECE2.gay and Taters Games. I hope you all enjoy those gift subs. That's a lot of 5 gift subs. Thank you very much for all of the massive amount of gift subs. Excation, Refraction, Babylon Zul, Life Forcer, Izot Lem, you're all legendary. I hope I didn't miss a name there. Mike's gonna end up with caveman brow if you guys keep this up. Yeah, my eyebrows are gonna get bulky. Thank you so much. It's very fun, very, very kind of you. I do appreciate it. I was gonna scroll up and try and read the rest of the chat. I don't think I can do that now. It's scrolled too far. So if I miss something, please feel free to state it again. Yeah. There will be sonic booms whenever he blinks. Yeah, just like you can hear the eyebrow movement from across the room now. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for all of the Hype Train love. I do appreciate it. Oh, there's like a progress bar for the emote unlocks now. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. That's awesome. Mostly me complaining about universe characters. Yeah, the universe characters, there was a lot of problems. Like, conceptually, like, on paper, everything was really cool. But then, like, the actual execution, like, there must have been a lot of, like, committee discussions how to make that show. And it just ended up getting watered down and broken up and not quite put together properly and, yeah, all that. Enjoy the sub, Onion9999. So anyway, like I was saying, I think it'd be cool just to do a quick look up and see if we can find a copy of... let's see, what was it called again? X-Files. I forget the name of it right now, actually. X-Files PlayStation 2 game. The PlayStation 2 game. It was called... I can't read the subtitle. Oh, Resist or Serve. That's right, Resist or Serve. It seemed really cool. And it's actually, the price doesn't seem too bad. $70 for a copy of the game, it looks like. A little higher for most of them, but... Let's take a quick look.
Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh! Yay!
That's right, Iz. That's right. Look at that! That's freaking sick! I hope you get to perform autopsies. I hope there's an autopsy minigame. And I hope you get to play as the lone gunman for some weird reason as well. This does look pretty cool. I'm quite interested to try this one out, to be honest with you. Like, I think it's... Yeah. Is there a manual inside the box? That, like, it seems like a full manual. Oh my gosh, Board Game Heaven, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Let me go on that hype train, hype action, new hype emotes, y'all, choo-choo. I don't have TTS. There you go, that's my impression. Sorry, my TTS is broken at the moment. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix a lot of things still. I apologize. Yeah, the TTS is broken right now. Yeah, total scam. I intentionally scammed everybody. Yeah, that's right. Somebody mentioned Lex in the chat. Oh my gosh, Grognak and Inside Out Boy. Yeah, I did watch an episode or two of Lex. I didn't understand it. You liked my impression? Thank you, Borgahern. Thank you very much for the 100 bits too. Very much appreciate that. We're up to level 5, 42%. Thank you very, very much for that. PS2 is still your favorite console? The PS2 is pretty awesome, yeah. I've got several PS2s. I have a PS2 dev kit. PS2 had a buttload of games. It did have a great games. I don't know about great games. It did have a buttload of games, that's for sure. I'm sure Refraction knows all about the games on the PS2. This does seem expensive. I can get this for $40 Australian. The thing is, you're not in Australia. As soon as you go to Australia, everything goes up by, like, double. It's like anything is more expensive in Australia. Wow, the hype train completed. I'm going to open my hype chest. My hype chest. And I got a little trickster. Choo-choo. Thank you, everybody, for the hype train awesomeness. Very kind of you. I remember watching a bit of Lex 2, but I don't remember much about it, except it had some interchangeable hot female main character. That's all you remember from it? I remember the ship was shaped like, it was very emblematic of... It was phallic. Very, very phallic. That's what I remember. Mike used to to inflated PC big box prices. This looks like a bargain. No, this looks like about what I expect to pay for an X-Files branded thing. If it's a good thing. Let's see if I can find it for cheaper. Maybe I can find it for cheaper. Yeah, see, the post is what's going to kill it, though. I won't be able to get it for cheaper and low postage costs. Let me just sort by price. PS2. Fridge magnet. I can get a fridge magnet for 11 bucks. Yeah, no, that is the cheapest copy of the game I could get. Postage 40 bucks. That's ridiculous. I wonder if that's just because I'm not logged in. Actually, I don't think I'm logged in on my other browser either, so... Yeah, I'm not signed in. Let me try and sign in real quick and see if that works. Hey, enjoy that gift sub, CECE. Traugen, Mike, you could pick it up, save 40 bucks. I practically could. Traugen's not exactly close, but I could get there. Go for a little motorbike ride. Hey there, Foamed, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, yeah, so postage has dropped significantly. It's now only $9 postage. Which is still not free postage, but whatever, you know. I think that's not bad. I did watch Lex a bit, and it was a bit of a disappointment since it turned out to be more of a drama than a space adventure. Yeah. I think you'll find that happens with most shows. I don't think Lex is like the only show that's done that. Hey, Mercedes Benz, good to see you as well, by the way. Yes, everybody who got a gift sub in that hype train, please do enjoy the gift sub. I really appreciate you all participating in that too. That was very kind of you. I think I could probably get this. Maybe I should pick it up. Then I have to set up a PlayStation 2 for streaming and capture it and stuff. Or I could use PCSX2, the emulator. I'm sure that emulates this game perfectly. Wonder if anyone ever bought a fridge magnet expecting the game. Probably happens, Mercedes-Benz. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens on occasion. I mean, there can't be much reason to do it other than that, right? Like, why would... I don't know. Like, who's buying fridge magnets of video games like that? That doesn't make sense. I could make an offer to this person. I'll make him an offer. I'm offering them 60 Australian dollars. That way I'll pay $69. Alright. So we won't be closing out the deal today. Unless they happen to jump on and, like, say, yeah, sold or something. Yeah. But that's the thing, though, with the X-Files, there's just not that many video games for it. I was really, like, a little shocked, honestly, that there wasn't more X-Files video games. But then I was thinking about it. Like I said, I don't even know. Is there a Supernatural video game? Is there I don't want AI answers. I just want to look. Supernatural on Steam. Detective Wyatt confronts blah, blah, blah. This is just, like, not... This is absolutely not Supernatural related, right? Supernatural, the PC game, Woot. Post-apocalyptic open world, you bike who travels from town to town picking up. This doesn't sound... Okay, so maybe there is, but I don't know if they're, like, official. Official, let's see. Okay, I'll read the AI summary just in case there is something. Role-playing game based on the TV series. Yeah, but what about video game? There are 2. It claims there are 2. Realistic first-person experience. Players use a microphone to interact with a demon. What the hell? This sounds fake as. This sounds absolutely fake. No, this is fake. Fake news, man. Official Supernatural video game. There isn't one. Yeah, okay. That... Let's look at this. Just see what, like... Yeah, this is not. That's also not scary. Anyway, it's more fun. That was actually hilarious. The way it walked through that door. That's so funny. Anyway, hey Mike, can I send you one of my synthwave tracks to you on Discord? If you like it, I can send the album and you can use it for your streams, free of charge, of course. Excation, if you would like to do that, it would be my pleasure to accept it. Yeah. My left screen has once again decided to freeze up, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Excuse me while I just rearrange my environment here, though. There we go. Sorry about that. Training Finn, hello, good to see you. What about the X-Files game for the PS1? Have you played that one? I have, yes. I played the PC version of it, though. You can't keep running away from your problems, Mike. It's true, I can't. I need to do something about this. I was planning on doing some system updates today, but I didn't get time to do it. Isn't that what Phasmophobia is? It's not Supernatural, no. Nothing like Supernatural. Supernatural, you resolve the ghost infestations or the zombies or whatever, right? But in Phasmophobia, your job is simply to identify the threat and then leave. It's somebody else's problem to deal with it. Space Adventure requires expensive special effects and stuff. It can, yeah, that's true. Every gosh darn name. Magnets of the video game box art. That sounds like a revenue stream for limited run games. Yeah, pretty much, Life Forcer. Pretty much. Making an offer that he can't refuse. I mean, I made him a $60 offer. I think that's pretty good. Just check. Works fine on PCSX 2 apparently. Oh, very good. Very good. Then maybe that's how I'll play it. You never know. Used to be all these listings on eBay for empty boxes where they make it look like you're getting the full product. Yeah, that still happens. Less so these days. But still, people will still post empty boxes, for sure. I think that was the main driving force behind Universe. Less aliens, strange worlds, spaceships and stuff. Just regular people running around being stupid on a fixed set. Yeah, that's what I think happened as well, every Rockstar name. Like, it's like the budget wasn't there for it. It's like, if they just went all in and tried their best, they probably would have struck some gold, I'm sure. But yeah, oh well. I am trying to catch up with the chat. Sorry about this. In a game where you talk to the demon using a mic. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I meant it sounded... When I said fake, I meant it's not official supernatural content, if that makes any sense. It should make sense. I think that makes sense. Mike and Doc playing Phasmophobia was great. We might do it again, although there are other games we could play, too. I've watched you play Phasmophobia, Mike. It seemed to me like your job was mainly to provide the local funeral services with businesses. Yeah, pretty much. I did die a lot. Not that much, but I did die a lot. The whole thing with Phasmo is dump. You basically go in and go, yep, there's a demon, I'm off now. It would have been so much cooler if you got to bust the ghost. Yeah, I bet you that the people who made Phasmophobia originally intended to do that, but they just decided not to because, like, people were enjoying the core loop that they'd come up with so far. I still think they should do it. Whoa, Retro Gamer Oz, thank you very much for the 53 months of support. I do appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day today, too. Dumb, like my ability to spell. No worries, Refraction. I think I got it after I'd read it. Send it in DMs, Mike. Thank you, Xcation. I'll take a look. Take a look. Hey, Izalt Lamb. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Can we see a big box, please? Zach or any other LucasArts? Yeah, or other early LucasArts. Yeah, we can take a look. Phasmo is great in the beginning, but it gets a bit repetitive. Yeah, I think so too. I never really mastered it, but it did get repetitive, it's true. They didn't want to risk the Ghostbusters infringement? I mean, maybe. Probably not. If they wanted to, I bet it would be pretty easy to expand the game to include it. Yeah, they could. Like, Phasmophobia could add, like, a phase 2 where you have to hunt or resolve the problem. But, yeah, it's very much just like the spiritual infestation problem, and Supernatural has so much more to it than that. You know. And it also has the overarching plot, which none of those, like, focused multiplayer experience games tend to allow you to have an overarching plot, unless they're designed to be a cooperative play experience like that. Like, what's the name of that game? Oh, man, I can't remember the name of it right now. So I'm not even gonna try, actually. But yeah, let's set up and have a look at a video game. Well, maybe we'll take a look at Zach McCracken. Yeah, Zach McCracken's a good choice. There we go. Let me first of all just... I'll hold it here for a second, but I'm just gonna try and clean up. There's a bit of stuff on here. Dust, whatever. Oh, that's a scratch, okay. Cool. If they wanted to... Oh, right. Anything to avoid Sherlock. Yeah, pretty much. Did this copy the Army of Darkness movie poster, or was it the opposite? Yeah, this is Army of Darkness influenced design, I'm pretty sure. This game came out in, what, 80... Whew, I don't remember. 80-something. 88, this game came out in. When did Army of Darkness come out? I mean, the Doom cover is an Army of Darkness reference as well, right? 93? Man, I don't know. Maybe they're all referencing something even older. If that's the case.
I can't see!
Yo, thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. I have anonymous follows on the channel, so feel free to lurk if you would like to. Or you can jump in the chat and say hello. In this case of this Lucasfilm game, it is Zach McCracken and the Alien Mind Benders, and this is the Amiga version of the game. I don't have the DOS version of the game. But yeah, can one hack writer, two Yale co-eds, and a stale loaf of French bread save the world from a galactic conspiracy. Not without your help. So yeah, the key takeaway here is hack writer. Because the main character, Zach McCracken, is a writer for the tabloids, basically. Worldwide stupidity epidemic linked to space aliens in phone company. Yeah, it's pretty strange. It's pretty strange. The National Inquisitor. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got our screenshots down the bottom here. And it was originally made for I believe, the Commodore 64. And later was released for PC and Amiga and other platforms. PC, that was a bad choice of words. DOS, because they're all PCs. DOS and, Amiga and Atari and other platforms as well. Good to see you, Donkey Kong Satan. Good. Welcome back. National Lampoon's Vacation, also this style. Yeah, it is actually. I know what you mean. Don't have this box, but I have the budget copy of National Inquisitor. Came with Budget Maniac Mansion box. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm a little jelly to hear that. It sounds awesome, actually. To be fair, when you said PC, I assumed you meant IBM, which is what everyone assumes nowadays. Yeah, somewhat. Although IBM, do they even make computers these days? Romancing the Stone, they all kind of had that style in it too. Maybe they did. Did you know they made Zach McCracken's sequel, Mike? Starred a new character named Phil McCracken. You almost had me for a second there, Grognak. I was like, what? Really? Hey there, sweet Clyde. Good to see you. I think another Zach McCracken game would have been really well received. It's sad they didn't do more. Imagine a Zach McCracken in the same style as the sequel to Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle. That would have been amazing. I don't know who the art's by. I think it's Purcell art, if that's what you're asking. This is definitely Steve Purcell art. But I don't know if that's what you're referencing, Donkey Kong Satan. Sorry. Zack 2 fan sequel is pretty good. Oh, there's fan sequel. Maybe I'll check it out. There are a couple of fan-made sequels to Zack. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Got KFC on the way and ready for some games. Nice one. Enjoy that, sweet client. Return to Monkey Island style? Huh. Really, Life Forcer? Like, it's completely done in that modern style? Or are you saying that's what you would like to see? Either way. Yeah, I mean, look, if I could reach out to Disney and say, like, hey, I want to make a Zack McCracken sequel, maybe they would let us. I don't know. Maybe we could make an official one. I have no idea. I gotta finish my own games first, though, before I do anything crazy like that. Frank Frazetta used his wife in a lot of paintings. Yeah. True. That's what you'd like to see, Life Forcer. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Anyway, we finished looking at the art. It's very good art, I agree, and I like looking at it. Steve Purcell's a fantastic artist. Here is the Zack McCracken floppy disks, disc 1 and 2 for the Amiga. I've actually never used these discs, so I don't know if they actually work or not. I should try them out sometime. Make backups of them. Alright, now this is very delicate, this piece of paper. It's a newspaper, broadsheet style, and it's all folded up, as you can see. And so what's going to happen is, over time, every time I open and close it, this corner where they meet is going to get stressed more and more. But anyway, we'll open up and have a look. I don't know, maybe I should come up with a better solution for storing this piece of paper, like not inside the box, so that it can be examined without taking damage. $12.50 for this piece of paper is pretty expensive, honestly. National Inquisitor, holy men seek God on the golf course. Furry freak in forest frenzy. Stupidity epidemic linked to phone company Space Aliens. See page 2. So not only is this like just a nice piece of paraphernalia to have with your video game, it actually has some like kind of hints and guidance in it a little bit for like the way the game's plot plays out. You can see the discoloration on this too. It's not beautifully well kept, I guess, but this other page is a little bit cleaner looking. Achieve higher consciousness and lower golf scores. Sorry about the focus going in and out. What you'll notice, if you have the limited run version of this game, so I'm going to put my hand here, hopefully that'll fix the blur for a second. Okay. Limited run did a copy of this as well. I don't think that's fixed it. The blurry thing is just going to be a problem. Sorry about that. I can't really fix it right now. Yeah, you'll notice that this is slightly different. The articles and the layout and content is a little bit different than what you would see in that version. I don't know if the version that's available from GOG is different than this as well, actually. The digital download from GOG might be slightly different as well. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in here. I wouldn't mind giving this like a proper scan and stuff, like, you know, do a really high-res scan of this. I need to get set up to do that though. Anyway, that's about all I can show you without fiddling with the camera settings and stuff, so. That's the Grand Inquisitor, sorry, the National Inquisitor. I don't know why I said Grand. The National Inquisitor. We also have Zack McCracken and Alien Mindbenders, the manual for the game. This is generic, of course. So it has like the IBM notes, I believe, as well as the Amiga and the Atari notes in it. Actually, maybe it doesn't have the DOS notes. I'm not sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe the DOS version came a little bit later, so it might not be in this particular version of the manual. Yeah, it's not. It's only got Amiga and Atari. Don't lose your exit visa code book. Without it, you won't be able to take international flights, and you won't be able to complete the game. Yeah, so it's got copy protection built in. And that's what this is, the visa, exit visa code, security system, whatever it is. Focus is going to be a bit bad, I'm sorry about that. Oh wow, the screenshot in the manual shows a slightly smaller planar cursor than in the game. Crosshair cursor than in the game. Interesting. Yeah, so this is the copy protection for the game. Do not discard. All this hard to read writing in here. You have to use this to like find like, you know, B13 or something, and then like, okay, B13 would be whatever those symbols are, which are pretty hard to read, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. That's the contents of the box. There was probably more with it originally. Let me look at the screenshot in the manual now, because I wanna look at that ATM machine. It may be that this screenshot is a different version than the one you're used to seeing as well, right? ATM machine. Someone here is trying to sell Uncharted for what? Did Zach have an FM Towns version? It did, yeah. I believe it did have an FM Towns version. That's the one that I think when you download it from... When you get the game from GOG, I think that's the default one it launches with. But there is a way, I think, to get the EGA version as well. This Crosshair is in no released version. Interesting. That's interesting. Must be a dev screenshot. Knowing that the game wanted that every time you left the US and you had to do it a lot. Yeah. your international flights got quite expensive just with time. The Amiga ST and DOS V2 versions all have slightly different crosshairs, but none of them match that particular screenshot. I wonder if like they originally made it on the Commodore, right? The Commodore 64. I know Maniac Mansion was Commodore 64 initially. I don't know why that would have anything to do with the crosshair, but anyway. Yeah. It's very different graphically, and that was the OG platform. Right, yeah, okay. I should try and get a copy of the 64 version. But I would... Ideally, I'd have the DOS version in my collection. I'm a little sad they didn't port Labyrinth to DOS, actually. Labyrinth was really fun. It would have been cool to see if they did a remaster and port for the DOS version. Anyway, there you go. Wrote a whole TCRF page about it. Oh, wow. Do you have a hyperlink?
What are you waiting for? Me to play the game? Shut up!
You want me to play the game, Grognak?
Moron.
Oh man, you got the lucky moron version. Well done. There was also a DOS V1 version which had the C64 graphics, but had severe palette downgrade. Oh, that's sad that it had a palette downgrade on DOS. There it is. There's the hyperlink. Let me open it up. I swear, I'm gonna lose my mind. There we go. Here it is. Wow, look at all those different screenshots. This looks great, honestly. I don't know if that's a downgrade. I think that looks great. That looks brilliant. Time sure flies when Mike is procrastinating. It sure does. This is pretty cool, actually. I love seeing these side by side. When I played it in the EGA version. But not this version. The problem I have with the FM Towns VGA style graphics is this area on Mars, when there's like a certain part that you have to sweep and clean up, it's a mess. Like you can't see the details. When you play it on the EGA version, it's very clear what you're supposed to do. But the VGA version, the FM Towns version, it makes it harder to spot what you're supposed to do. Sherlock Holmes lost streams. This stream should be titled Sherlock Holmes in Search of the Game. Yeah, it should be. On the Commodore 64, Zach's skin is pink and his bedroom walls are brown, but on DOS version, they're both flesh pink. Yeah, no, it's, I mean, if you can even call that color flesh. Where is it? There. Yeah, if you can even call that color flesh toned. Yeah. No, definitely the Commodore version looks great. I've always liked the Commodore 64 color palette. It's a very cool color palette. Commodore 64 Maniac Mansion theme is one of your favorite retro tunes. It's very good. The music on the Nintendo is very good as well. The SNES music is great. Legend tells of a time when Mike actually played video games. Scholars argue to this day if it's a myth or has a basis in reality or not. Or if this myth has a basis in reality or not. Yeah, I'll play the game. I'll play the game. Sorry, I enjoy looking at video games and stuff like that. Alright, let's get started.
What are you waiting for? Me to play the game? Shut up!
Oh, okay.
Yeah!
Yep. Maniac Mansion. Alright. I'm gonna play a video game. I'm gonna play this video game. It's called Sherlock Holmes, Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes. The Case of the Serrated Scalpel. Let me stop the music. We can't have our own music. We have to use the video game music. That's all we're allowed to have. Wow. Slayer King, thank you very much for the 28 months of Prime support, you legend. I really do appreciate it. Did I say thank you to Retro Gamer Oz before for the 53 months? I think I did, but I just wanted to make sure I did, because I noticed again. Anyway, there you go. Thank you very much, Is-All-Lem, for asking to take a look at a video game box. That was a lot of fun. We're going to continue playing our EA games. Electronic Arts. Adventure game. Interactive stories. This is such an amazing looking scene. This is 1992. Graphics came a long way between the year 1990 and 1992. This looks so cool. Good to see you, Slayer King. I hope you're having a good day today. The Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes. Alright. Get out of here. Intro. We've seen the intro enough times. Let's go ahead and load our resume. Okay, so when we left off last stream, we were finding our way through... It's been a while, hasn't it? It's only been an hour since we started the stream. Yeah. Silly Arthur Conan Doyle losing his files. That's right, Catharis. It's old Conan's fault. Old Doyle's fault, sorry. Hi, Mr. Immortal. Good to see you too. I didn't see you there. Hi. My brain just went to sleep. It's coming back online now. Okay, so, when we finished the last stream, we had just been in search of a person named Antonio something or other. Carrero, something like that. And we found him. And we finally got the address of Anna Carraway, the missing opera singer, the sister of the murdered Sarah Carraway. And we are now at that house. We have been informed that the person who keeps the house requires us to knock on the door repeatedly and loudly because they're quite deaf. And so we want to investigate. We want to find out if Anna Carraway is in fact sick or if she's missing entirely. Because at the moment we know that she is sick and not able to sing at the opera. So let's just go to the last page here and see what our current status is. Fun fact, Arthur Conan Doyle was born Doyle, Arthur Conan, because his dad was Charles Doyle, but evidently, for British snobbery reasons, he passed his name down to his kids as a double-barreled surname. Conan Doyle, Arthur. Really? Interesting. Who do you suspect is the killer? We've already caught somebody who I suspect is the killer, but maybe there's more people involved? I don't know. Hi there, Desh Nkobi. Sorry I said your name terribly. I butchered your name. But hello, great to see you. Anna Carraway's house. I said, this case has more unexpected turns than the Cretan Labyrinth. Alright. Nothing appears to me immediately relevant, yada yada. Okay. Right, so it was Caruso. It was Antonio Caruso. Alright. So anyway, let's see what we can find out here. He gave his middle name to his children as a last name. That is weird, actually. Yeah. Bell pull? A highly polished brass bell pull, which cleverly doubles as a doorknob. Pulling the doorknob rather than turning it rings a bell, probably below stairs. Okay, let's pull it. How many times do I have to repeat this action? Never played this game before on the Kobe. It's quite interesting. It's definitely not the best designed point-and-click adventure game, but it has its I guess charms. Yeah, definitely. Good to see you, Noru. Hope you're doing well. Another fun fact, ACD hated Sherlock... Oh, Arthur Conan Doyle hated Sherlock Holmes. And he killed him at some point, but he brought him back after popular demand from his fans. Yeah. The Final Solution, I believe, was the name of that story, right? One of the generals in the Boer War was Horace Smith Dorrian, and Winston Churchill was technically Winston Spencer Churchill. Interesting, interesting. It was the final problem, not the final solution. Thank you, ATM Machine. You can't blame me for not remembering names. It's like the one thing I'm known to not be good at. Ed Boon and ACD have something in common. What's that? Heraldic emblem. Yeah, right. Use the door. Well, let's just open the door. Open the door. Library, house. A brick townhouse of the type made popular in the last century by Horace Fisher. The massive solidity of the facade is broken by delicate leaded glass work and the iron balustrade above the entryway. The columns are cut from single slabs of granite, mined from the same quarry used by the builders of Stonehenge. I don't know much about Stonehenge, but are the Stonehenge pillars and stones made of granite? I thought it was basalt. Also, they don't look like granite. They look like, at best, some kind of marble. I guess white granite's a thing, but they just look too uniform. I don't know. Ed Boon killed Liu Kang because he hated him. Oh, okay. The final problem was the story that invented Moriarty specifically as a worthy villain for Holmes to go down fighting. Yeah. Final solution is quite another thing. Better not getting into that. Right, okay, Bladeon. I'll take your word for it. Trust me, you can definitely cut a single shaft of stone into a column. It's called a monolith. Oh, it's not about cutting the stone. It said that it was made from the same granite as the pillars of Stonehenge. And I don't even know if they're made of... Are they made of granite? I don't know. I thought they were basalt. I thought they were like a dark... I've never been there. I don't know much about the place. But all the pictures I've seen, it's like a dark, uniform looking like stone, like basalt. It looks sort of like that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm the wrong person to talk about that stuff. Watson. The marvels of East London, an elegant town, an elegant townhouse, not 5 minutes from the Bank of England and Threadneedle Street, the city never ceases to amaze me. Oh, never ceases to amaze. This is what I believe the Americans call serendipity, Holmes. That's their way of describing an unexpected pleasure. I am indeed surprised to see such a lovely home in Shoreditch. It's not like someone is going to go out to Stonehenge with a pressure washer to see what's under all that grime. It's like when you get one of those ancient coins and then you just like clean it, polish it until it's like sparkling, removing all that history and patina. Apparently they're made of sarsen, which is a sandstone. That's interesting. I know there was some talk of like they I don't know if it was recent or not, but I remember I have this like, maybe it's fake news, I don't know, but I remember seeing an article headline or something while I was scrolling the news a while back, maybe within the last couple of years, about one of the stones, or one of the main stones there was actually quarried like really, really far away. Like the other side of the country kind of thing. I don't know. Hey Rosie, good to see you. Maybe I shouldn't vacuum say to keep the patina. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's good philosophy. Just let the patina build up. You gotta let the patina build. It shows the value and history of the item. Sandstone's generally not as ideal for building as limestone because it weathers more quickly. Yeah. Summer bluestone all the way from Wales. There you go. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, what's this other option? How shall we approach Miss Carraway's serving woman, Watson? That's what we really want to know. Silicified sandstone. Silicified? Or silicified? Silicified. It's got silica in it. It's got... So that makes it harder, right? I don't know much about stone. How shall we approach Miss Carraway's serving woman, Watson? If Mr. Caruso may be believed, we may not have to deal with her at all. What does that mean? Alright, I don't know what to do. Can I look in the windows? A huge collection of leather-bound books grace...
Wow! Look at the size of those knockers!
That's right, it's big knocker, big knocker. Leather-bound books grace a stack of polished mahogany shelves. In this lifeless room, 3 gilded chairs are placed in a row against the east wall. The whole effect suggests the waiting room of a man of business, a lawyer perhaps, or a chartered accountant. There appears to be no access to number 28 next door. Huh. Open the library. Open the window. Open Dr. Watson. If I leave and come back, does it change anything? I've tried knocking several times. A beautifully designed rosewood
Ah!
door.
Somebody at the door!
There is somebody at the door. It's me. Its top two panels are done in elegant leaded glass. The Italian-influenced pattern continues the theme established in the windows which surround the door. Okay. So what? I do have these keys. Maybe I could try them. I believe the demands of good manners have been satisfied, Watson. If there is anyone inside, they are either incapacitated or they don't wish to see us. In either case, we must enter. Wow, what an ornate and beautiful room. Watson, what do your powers of deduction tell you about this house? Is it occupied or are we alone? I know that guessing is anathema to you, Holmes, so if you don't mind, I will reserve my opinion until I have some facts. Okay.
No! No!
Hey, Torplin, good to see you.
No!
It basically
No!
seeps into the pores
No!
and cracks with some fluid and then hardens. The silica does? Mercedes? What? That's crazy. Interesting. Yeah, we totally just committed a crime every gosh darn name. It was just like, well, they didn't answer the door. They might not be home. They might be incapacitated, or they might not want to see us. The only logical thing for us to do is to enter. It's like, what? If somebody doesn't want to see you, I don't think you should enter their house with stolen keys. A charming photograph of two adolescent girls dressed in light-colored taffeta. They both hold sunbonnets, and the sea is visible in the lower left corner of the scene. The smaller girl appears to be a much younger version of the murder victim, Sarah Carraway. The older girl is presumably Anna Carraway herself. In the story, Sherlock Holmes has often the end justifies the means approach. Yeah. It's not unusual for Holmes to do such a thing, of course. A large mauve turkey carpet, beautifully made and decorated with an interesting geometric pattern. It serves as the focal point of the living space. Calling card. Let's have a look. Gotta examine them. This is a card with some printing on it, but it cannot be read from here. Saying, silver salver. A lavishly engraved silver plate, rendered in Louis XIV style. I don't know how to say that name. Anna uses it to hold the calling cards of prominent visitors. Good evening to you, Heart of Mithril. Greetings. Staircase, that's a pillow. Score. Somehow was able to finish this one as a kid. Well done, Heart of Mithril. That's pretty brilliant. A leather-bound, well-thumbed musical score and libretto of W.A. Mozart's A Magic Flute. The parts sung by the delightful character Papagena are underlined in pencil. Coat oars? That's how you say that? Thank you. It'd be pretty cool to drug the cat oars. Or cat oars.
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat.
I guess we've got to look at the plant. One of two dragon trees, Dracaena, Dracena Draco, that grace the spacious foyer. They are particularly lush specimens, but appear to have gone without water for longer than a caring horticulturist would allow or recommend. The plant sits in a well-turned ceramic pot, glazed in royal blue enamel. Sounds great. That is French for 14. Thank you very much, ATM machine. I don't know any French. I don't know any French. I'm very bad at French. Save the plants. If I can get a bit of water into them, I will. You know what? I've got a wet rag. I can squeeze some water into them. You can't do it. Sorry. I tried to save the plants. Alright, let's pick up a calling card. This card presents the name and office address of a certain Jacob Farthington, barrister of Gray's Inn, London. Alright, let's take the other one. This card bears the name of Antonio Caruso, printed in almost illegible Florentine script. It's Gray's Inn with an A. Interesting. American spelling of Gray. I should replay this in English. Lots of fancy 19th century vocabulary. It is pretty crazy, the vocabulary in the game, yeah. Replay the 3DO version. It's the same game, but with FMV scenes instead of text. What else should I look at? So is that the door that we came in through? So if I go this way, does this take me to another room? It does. Interesting, eh, Holmes? This decor contradicts the taste indicated by the furnishings of the living room. Perhaps Miss Carroway is possessed of more than one personality. I doubt it, Watson. I suspect this decor reflects the judgment of the house's previous occupant. Remember, Miss Carroway only recently took up residence here. That's very sharp, Mr. Holmes. That's very sharp, sir. Alright, so what is going on in this area? There's vases, clocks, chests, chairs, portraits, massive mirror. A large number of so-called ancestor portraits, haunting scenes, pictures of horses and dogs, and one, a study of a particularly large woman emerging from a bathtub. The pictures are conventional, inexpensive, and bear no discernible relation to one another. Alright, what does that mean? A large clock decorated with crystal and false gold dominates the imitation marble mantel above the fireplace. It appears to always read 12 o'clock. A small latch on the right side presumably provides access to the works and winding mechanism. One of them a matched pair of porcelain vases. They are poorly executed imitations of a type associated with the Tang dynasty. The vase is empty. Check this vase. That's also empty. Maybe Gray immigrated. Perhaps, Rosie, perhaps. Hey, Stephen Wolski, thanks for the game is bad redemption. Fake redemption. Hopefully redemptions will come back soon. An Orangewood an Orangewood whist table inlaid with Corellian blue marble serves as the decorative focus of the room. The wooden surface is scarred with more than one unsightly cigar burn. A long cedarwood chest of the type usually found in the bedrooms of respectable houses and used to store bed and bath linens. Whist is a card game. I kind of figured it would be a game of some sort, but yeah, card game makes sense. Cerulean has a soft C. See, now this is why you're here, ATM Machine, to make all the corrections of my speaking. I've opened the chest. Now let's look within it. A collection of silk pillows and brightly colored Afghans are neatly stacked inside. They are perhaps intended for the aid and comfort of the card players on wintry evenings. That makes sense. Can I move the contents? Let's just close it for now then. Thanks for redeeming the Doom Redemption Life Forcer. Phileas Fogg played whist in Around the World in 80 Days. In the movie? Or just in, like, the storybook? Because I've never read it, actually. Thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. I have anonymous follows on the channel, so feel free to lurk or jump in the chat and say hello if you would like to. Good to see you, Eli Witness, as well. What about in Australia? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Cerulean sounds like the right word, actually. So it's probably pronounced that way too. It's not a word that I read frequently. Is there anything else interesting in this room? Can I walk anywhere else in this room? Like, what happens if I walk off to the right edge of this screen? Nothing. Watson? What's on your mind? Cerulean is a blue color. Yeah. In the book, I think. I've never read it either. So how did you know that Phineas Fogg played it if you've never read it? Are you just, is it something that you're just aware of, or...? A most peculiar room, is it not, Watson? I've heard about it at some point, probably from a Summarized for Kids version. Ah, I see, yeah. I read Around the World in 80 Days in a German translation. There was also an anime that, at the time, with two helpers, Rigo Don and Tico Don. Okay. Most peculiar room, the previous occupant must have been a dedicated card player. Yes, but clean. You must admit, Holmes, very clean. Okay. The previous occupant must have been a dedicated card player. Why do you say so? Because the entire room is designed and decorated for the comfort of people sitting at the whist table. You're quite right, I'm sure. Okay. Let's get out of here. Maybe we'll glean something from this room later on. I think we gotta ascend the stairs to learn more about this house. An impressive oak staircase highly suitable for dramatic entrances into the living room. On descending the staircase, one looks directly into the Chinese red parlor. Okay, so that's where we went. We were in the Chinese red parlor, apparently. Alright, use the staircase. You can't do that. Okay, can I just click here? No. Literally go up the stairs, mate. That's all I want you. I just want you to... There you go. Off you go up the stairs. Ah, here's the cleaner. Shriek. Ah, the housekeeper. Keeper. Good day, madame. No response. Caruso did not exaggerate the woman's condition, Watson. She seems to be extraordinarily hard of hearing. We must speak to her immediately. but I don't want to frighten her. How do I not frighten this lady? Oh my! Don't startle me so, young man. What are you doing here anyway? Are you a friend of Miss Anna's? Excuse me, madame. We are looking for Miss Carraway. DOS CD version is not talking except for a couple of cutscenes. You haven't brought in any dirt on your shoes, have you? I trust not. Pardon our intrusion. We wish to speak to Miss Carraway. Don't whisper, young man! How did you get in here anyway? We have a key from Miss Carraway. We're looking for her, actually. You're not the only ones! Her fancy man was here earlier, interrupting me, keeping me from my cleaning. I told him I haven't seen her all day. You can wait for her downstairs if you wish. I have my cleaning to, do. Might we have a look around this room? Certainly not! Miss Carraway barely allows me in here. I clean as best I can, but she has strict rules. I have orders to never ever touch that statue, for instance. Not that I'd want to, mind. That shameless woman has no clothes on. Now go downstairs, please. Hi, MacLag. Good to see you. I just hear Cedric. You might as well have had, yeah. I've also heard that there's an extremely rare talkie DOS version of the game. Interesting. Interesting. I love Jules Verne, but keep in mind that I was like 10 years old at most. It might not seem as deep today, and the colonialism might be grating. Yeah, perhaps. Oh, that sounds cool, Stephen Wolski. Fog was played by Pierce Brosnan. Wait, there's several movies. Wow, okay. I didn't even know. I've only seen one movie. I don't even remember who was in it. Okay, yeah. Facts have been straightened up. Probably because it was just re-released that didn't use the floppy disks. Right. Yeah, there's only a handful of lines that are voiced in the floppy disk version, so... Good to see you, Brent. Every time I hear the name, I think of the TV ads selling Caruso vitamins. Oh, okay. Blue X, g'day, g'day. So what do I do next? I can't even remember, like, what was the impetus for coming here, other than the fact that we've linked the rugby player to Sarah, because Sarah had the laundry of the rugby player. I don't have the newspaper anymore. I guess I've given it to Caruso, and I don't have a copy anymore. Alright. A brightly colored ceramic bowl filled with Spanish oranges. Their delightful aroma competes with the smell of cleaning carbolic and furniture polisher and losers. Okay. Let's look at this statue. Apparently it's pretty interesting. Master Gregor, thank you very much.
Hey, this isn't Plock.
It's true.
I thought you were poking around again.
That's not what the stream title is.
Okay, just kidding. Happy Saturday and lem everyone.
Thank you.
Hope you all had a not too stressful week and enjoy the Sherlocking.
Thank you.
Is it good? Is it bad? Is it ass?
It's...
I don't...
Oh, you got cut off. I don't know, but I hope at least decent. Lem, everyone. Lem. Tilda. Thank you very much, Master Gong. I really do appreciate
This
it.
game is
56
ass.
months of support, too. Well done. I really do appreciate the 56-month streak. And I appreciate all of the support, and it's good to see you, Master Gregor. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've caught up, actually. Sorry about that. Miniaturized version of the incomparable Venus de Milo. De Milo? In this marble rendering, the lovely lady's arms have been restored. She stands on a polished granite pedestal, on top of which lays a thin layer of dust. Interesting. Please leave those things alone. You and your companion are disturbing my house cleaning. I would be grateful if you would both leave the room. A particularly lovely room, is it not, Watson? Do you see anything of interest? Only Miss Carraway's housekeeper. The woman applies the concentration of a diamond cutter to a job that any child can do. People are strange, Holmes. Okay. Watson, we must find a way to make that woman leave the bedroom. What do you suggest? She seems fixated, as that Venice doctor says on her cleaning. Perhaps we could make a mess somewhere downstairs to distract her. Capital idea, old friend. Let's do it. Hey, Atreides, great to see you. Too many cool peoples to call out one by one. Yeah, of course, but hey, it's good to see you, Atreides. You're a legend. I hope you're doing well today, mate. If she starts going on about polished wooden floors, we will riot. Let's go make a mess downstairs. Reference to Freud, I assume maybe is, yeah. This is getting worse and worse. It is a little bit in some ways. Soon Sherlock can start solving the crimes he himself is guilty of. Indeed. Let's move this plant. Oh my, what an accident. There's dirt on the floor. A small pile of... What? A small pile of potting soil. Yeah, no, we've soiled the floor. This cannot be moved. Can I make a mess in the other room as well? Maybe kick some coals out of the fireplace? No, that'll probably burn the building down. Let's not do that one. Off we go. Right back up the stairs. Jules Verne predicted the internet in one of his stories. That is a fun fact. Soon Sherlock can start... Oh, right, I read that already. There's at least one location in the game where the narrator describes the luxurious wool carpet in the room, but the art shows an uncarpeted wooden floor. I'm not too surprised to hear that, to be honest. Yeah, that adds up for me. There's been quite a few scenes where it's like the thing that they're describing is not at all what the thing looks like. Like there's a brass coat rack and they describe it as raw iron. It's like, no, it's not raw iron, I can tell you that much. I got such a big mess to clean up, my fake plants died because I forgot to pretend to... Nice. I'm sorry to hear that. You'll have to mime clean them though. If you yeah, you gotta fake clean them. Excuse me, madame. I'm afraid we've knocked over a plant downstairs. What? Dirt on the floor? Out of my way, young man! Maybe they're just faking their death, perhaps. Bench with toiletries. Alright, move the statue. Book? A small leather-bound volume sits inside an indentation carved in the pedestal. Pick up book. What is this book? It's a diary. It appears to be Anna Carraway's diary. Her private thoughts, feelings, and movements are what movements? Oh, like goings about the town and stuff, I guess. Are recorded in a neat, regular hand. The most recent entry is lengthy. In brief, it reveals that on learning of her sister's death, she hired some detectives, experts in the recovery of stolen property. She believed her sister's jewelry would be pawned by the killer. The jewelry itself was not particularly valuable, but a letter, whose value is beyond description, was concealed in the pendant. The entry ends with the chilling sentence, "If they are not successful in recovering the pendant, I will be alone in the world. My poor sister dead, and my child lost to me forever." Wow! Amazing. Yeah, I think we all put the rich child in the school is her child that she's enamored with and spends all her time at the school park next to the school, looking and talking at the kids. Music box. Let's look around the room while the cleaner's gone. Maybe they're just faking their death. Do you sing? Yeah, you got to fake sing to the plants. You just hum. 13th of October. Severely constipated today. Need to eat more fiber. Yeah, exactly. That's where my mind instantly went. ATM machine. I don't know why, but that's all movements. Why would you? Oh, right. Yes. Okay. I took that the wrong way. 3 brands of distinguished and expensive French eau de cologne sit on the bench at the foot of the bed. Can I pick them up? No. Okay. Another bowl of fruit. Wow, there's 2 bowls of fruit in this room. An enamel bowl filled with winter apples. The fruit is well past its prime. It may be merely decorative. Dr. Watson might observe that Miss Carraway does not evidently subscribe to the old adage, an apple a day, etc. Was that an old adage in 1920s? I don't know. What is this thing? A music box? Oh wait, there's a drawer here? There's a small ornate drawer in the bottom of the music box. A silver-plated Swiss music box, designed like a carousel. The top of the carousel appears to be removable. Oh, let's open this bad boy. Now look at it. Top of the music box is hinged, allowing access to the winding mechanism. Let's open the drawer. It's shining something inside. I don't know. ATM machine, correct my year. It's 1880 something, right? Or is it 1888? 1888. There you go. Correct me now. It plays a tune. A small built-in tray holds the... Wait, it plays a tune. The drawer plays a tune? A small built-in tray holds the key to the music box and 2 pairs of earrings. Neither pair appears to be particularly valuable. Okay. Nothing of interest. Weird. How come I can't pick up the key? Why is it so shiny and interesting? Well, I'll close it. I don't understand what's going on here. I have heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but was it an old adage in the year 1888? Was the question. It's a bomb being you? No. It's not a bomb. It's a dainty and intricately built music box. A lovely scene rendered in the naturalist style of a mountain valley near Salzburg, Austria. The earrings are shiny? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, hey, you know, maybe that's it. I don't understand how that works. Doctor's afraid of apples? Yeah. Apples are healthy to eat. A most intriguing development, Watson. The pendant is no ordinary bauble. Indeed, Holmes. I had no idea that the pendant was so valuable. What is the price of ivory these days? Oh, Watson, you misunderstand me. Ivory has a limited value, to be sure, but a humble sheet of foolscap, depending on what's written upon it, can be more precious than diamonds. Some men might kill for such a treasure. Come, we've no time to dawdle. Feels like a callback. Was that where Irene Adler got caught, or where Reichback Falls supposedly are? I don't know. I don't know, you eyewitness. Names I'm very bad with. In Switzerland, not Austria. In 1888, is it still true? Is what you say still true, or are the borders and locations different? I have no idea. Flies off to DuckDuckGo. Yeah, good luck, you eyewitness. Share your research with us when you find out. A framed reproduction of Lang's unfinished portrait of W.A. Mozart hangs beside the bed. Same then as now. Thanks for getting the door for me, Watson. Man, she's still cleaning that dirt. Poor thing. The housekeeper cleans the debris which has spilled from the potted plant. She is certain to do a very thorough job. Oh, I can't talk to her anymore? She's untalkable? The phrase "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" first appears in print in 1887, although similar adages have existed for a lot longer before that. So it may not be age-old at the time that this game is set. We found a potential anachronism. Hey, Bomber, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Hello. Thanks for dropping by. Old adages are old. You could just start creating adages and just claim that they're old, right? What do I do with this information? Hang on, let me think about this. We need to find that pendant. We need to find the pendant with the ivory amulet or whatever it is on it. So I think we have to go back to the prison and question the man. Potentially. We also have to figure out where Anna is. And who she might have hired to work on the case. I am doing well, thank you, Balmer. It's quite interesting how many of those old ideas and concepts were actually invented in the Victorian era. Yeah. Very concrete bird's eye view of Victoria. Yeah, it is. London. The books are apparently set between 1880 and 1941, so depending on how old it is, it has to be in order to be called that. It could be okay. Well, this game specifically is 1888. And the phrase was 1887. So, well, in print, 1887. It may have been around a bit longer than that. It may well have been old, but it's possible it was not. Which is why I said a potential anachronism. Inventory. This thing-o. Very good, Mr. Holmes. You and Dr. Watson may enter. Can we talk to this man about facts now? It would seem, Mr. Blackwood, that you recovered the letter you were hired for after all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Holmes? Anna had given the letter to Sarah for safekeeping. It was hidden in the pendant you took from her the night you murdered her. Now, if you expect any leniency at all, you will reveal the whereabouts of your fence. Ironic, isn't it, Holmes? I do my job and get the rope for it. Well, it won't do me any good where I'm going. Talk to a party name of Jameson. He has a pawn shop on the other side of the river. A perfect front for his line of work. He and I have had a few business dealings over the years. He's a clever brute and pretty well connected. Alright, we got a new location. Let's get out of here, Watson. I want to leave! I don't want to talk to Watson, I want to leave! I had to click on the gate. Christmas trees? Those must have been around forever. Nope, Victorian England. Really? They were only, like, established as a thing in Victorian England? That's crazy. Hey, thank you, Balmer. Thank you. Law Office of Mr. Jacob Farthington. I can't remember where we picked up the Farthington name right now. On the other side of the river, though. Here's the fence. Jameson's buying and selling. Hey, the integer, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, it's all elementary around here. Prince Albert was a fan of the old Tenenbaum. I don't even know. I only know half of the words in that sentence. Farthington is from the apartment you just checked out. Right. It was, but I just don't remember the context fully. Are you liking this one thus far? It's up and down. Up and down. It's obviously got some really nice graphics, and the music's not terrible for the most part. But it also has a bit of a problem with understanding where the plot direction wants us to go and things like that, I think, is maybe what I would say. Yeah, I don't know. It's got some issues, I'll say it that way. It's got some issues with the... yeah, I don't know. I've got myself stuck a fair bit. Oh, lawyer. Thank you. Yeah. No, I knew he was a lawyer. Yeah, I'll have to just read the notes again. There's been a little bit of back and forth with chat that has probably helped me not lock everything in. NVIDIA GeForce Now Ultimate has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080. Okay. I've got a 5070 Ti, but I'm on Linux, and I don't think I get GeForce Now drivers. I have to wait for NVIDIA to decide that Linux is worthwhile spending some time on. Mike, the pawn shop reminded me. After the first time you played this, I found a 1975 Sherlock Holmes board game in charity shop. Copyright J. Moriarty. Interesting. The copyright was J. Moriarty. That's very interesting. That game is the what's it called again? I've heard about it a lot of times. Consulting Detectives or something like that. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detectives or something. Definitely a mixed bag, the integer. It probably leans more in the negative column than the positive column, if I'm honest. Purely because, like, the game design and plot is, like, the important part of the game. In terms of, like, being able to play through it and have fun. The graphics and all the other things are slightly ancillary to that. Although still important. So, yeah. I haven't been to the lawyer's office yet. I did learn about it from the apartment, I'm sure, but I can't remember the context. The only thing I'm thinking of is the context. I'm going to find out about it when I next look at the journal. Let's go here. So Tenenbaum is German for fir tree. Interesting. A doll. Why is a doll the only thing on the shelf that's, like, interesting? Display counter. A lamp. That's another doll. Where am I in Australia? I'm in the Melbourne area, Barmer. So, Victoria. The southeast of Australia. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Australian geography, so... A cello. Cello there. An old phonograph. Phonograph. It has a cylinder. Is that a phonograph is a cylinder? Is that the way they do it? A Starly bicycle. Hey, that music box looks the same as the music box in the room that we were in, the bedroom.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Yeah, I would, actually. Thank you, Servo. Elementary school, my dear Watson. I don't think this is worse than many games you have played and liked, to be honest. Yeah, I'm thinking very much in terms of, like, the way that I've been able to progress through the game and the comfort that I've had in playing it. I've had more issues with this game than some other games, I guess. Like, it's definitely not... It's not going to get a seat in the top tier of games that I've played. I'll say it that way, for sure. Drew, good to see you. Mostly lurking and multitasking. Well, good luck with the multitasks. Probably one of those wax cylinder things. Yeah, it is. It is indeed that. You can tell from the image, I think. They can record and play back? I don't know. I suppose so. You're from Switzerland. Ah, nice. Victorian, in the Victorian area, playing a game set in the Victorian era. That's right. That's right, Icy. All right, let's click on things. Let's look at this lamp. It's a small oil lamp suitable as a reading or night light. Its base is made of Delft china, in the typical blue and white floral pattern. Okay. A charming papier-mâché figure fitted with a painted china head. The doll wears the traditional cap of a Dutch dairy maid. Same description. Let's look at this cello. With its worn ebony tuning pegs and artificially aged walnut veneer, this instrument is masquerading as a handcrafted 18th century Italian violoncello. In point of fact, the instrument was produced in a Cheapside factory sometime in the last decade. Old phonograph. This is the Thomas A. Edison model. Popular in the previous decade, this machine plays only tinfoil records, which have recently been eclipsed by the Berliner grooved discs. A drum? I didn't see this before. This large snare drum purports to be a replica of the type used by John Philip Sousa's U.S. Marine band, not brand. A stunning green safety bicycle manufactured at the James Starley Works in Coventry, smartly equipped with the revolutionary Dunlop pneumatic tires. It promises to make all other types of velocipedes obsolete. It is like the standard shape of a bicycle. A typical modern bicycle. The owner, Nigel Jameson. This is a castle, and we have many tapestries. Thank you, Servo. I have good reason to believe that you have recently come into illegal possession of an oval-shaped ivory pendant on a heavy gold chain. I would like to buy a few items and perhaps some information. All items are priced as marketed. Though prices are negotiable, information will certainly carry a slightly higher price tag, unless you simply require directions. Huh. Maybe I can fence some items myself. Let's look in here. The shop's glass-covered display counter holds coins, rings, pendants, bracelets, freestanding gems, and other easily concealable portable items. All prices are as Mark is a poor way to run secondhand shop. I thought you were expected to haggle there. Yeah, I bet you there's some bartering and haggling going on over here. Do you sell the X-Files on PlayStation 2? That's a great question, Life Force, so we should have asked him that. Actually, I should check if there's any response to my offer. Oh wow, they accepted my offer. I'm paying $69 for it, including postage. I'm just checking out. All right. We did it. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm back. Mentally, I'm back. All right. 69, the magic number, could not refuse. Yeah, indeed. So like 3 USD after exchange rates? Yeah, something like that, Chago, yeah. Exactly. You've got it. Alright, so let's just... I guess we just accuse this man? And I have good reason to believe that you have recently come into illegal possession of an oval-shaped ivory pendant on a heavy gold chain. You may have reason to believe, sir, but do you have evidence? Indeed I do. I saw you at the Surrey commercial docks receiving the pendant from George Blackwood. I do indeed. George Blackwood himself gave me your name as his from his cozy cell in Bow Street. I do not believe that I would have much difficulty in convincing the police that you were an accessory after the fact to the murder of the young woman whose pendant you received. Murder? Now let's not be hasty. I recall the pendant. I didn't know it was stolen. I can't determine the true provenance of every item in the shop. I can't guarantee the legitimacy of every transaction. I'm a man of business. I rely on the good faith of my... Save it for the Inspector Lestrade. Mr. Jameson, where is the pendant? I sold it, almost right after I got hold of it, to a private inquiry agent named Moorhead. He knows me, knows I deal with certain class of goods, if you take my meaning. He keeps an office in the city. You could find him there, I suppose. Whoops, I clicked too early. That's all I know of him, I think he said. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Has anybody else approached you about the pendant? I remind you that to be frank with me. Now that you mention it, yes, shortly after I sold the pendant to Moorhead, one of my regular clients came looking for a pendant. Though he used different means than you, he persuaded me to tell him whom I had sold it. What is this so-called client's name? Hunt. Robert Hunt. What do you know about him? As little as possible, if you take my meaning. He is what's known in my business as rough trade. Great. That doesn't help me much. Let's see, can I pawn this? No. Watson, what do you have to say about all this? See anything you like? Several things. That bicycle's a corker. Oh, that cello might be nice. I could learn to play and we could perform duets, or perhaps 2 parts of Beethoven's sublime quartets. Spare us both, Doctor. Mrs. Hudson has opined that even one musician in a household may be a superfluity. Alright, let's leave. Southwark Morgue. Old Sherman's. I don't think we have any reason to go to either of those yet. Again, I mean, right now. Moorhead and Gardner Detective Agency. Crusoe's flat. Where's the lawyer? Ah, here. Yeah, let's actually I should have I'll stay here. I want to check the journal. Oh, I've already forgotten the name of the guy again. Barrister? Oh, yeah, he mentioned it was a barrister. I don't remember the context, though. I also forget how to spell the name, so I'm just gonna have to go up several. Just looking for the, okay. Anna Caraway's boudoir. Good day, exaggerate, hearing, okay. Startle me so. Looking for her. Certainly not. Miss Caraway barely allows me in here. Cleaning, whatever. You know what? I think I might have gone past it or something. I don't know. Was it mentioned in the journal maybe instead? Maybe it was mentioned in mentioned in the diary. I can't remember. Oh, wait, it was the calling card. It was the calling card. Jacob Farthington, barrister. Yeah, okay. That's where we heard about it. I really wanted to understand that before I moved forward. Music sound like the game had frozen. Yeah, some of the music is a little bit droning, and it does sometimes sound like it's frozen up, doesn't it? Okay. I just wanted to gather my context before I went over here. We might be a little bit early to be going to this place, but whatever. Good day, gentlemen. Forgive me for not rising. Please amuse yourselves while I complete this correspondence. There are one or two artifacts here that might capture your interest. Really? Mate, I don't even know what's going on. Do you? Awesome old Victorian DOS music, that's right. Yeah, for those who are wondering or asking about the PS2 game, here's the image. Here's the page, this is the one we bought. I offered $60 plus $9 postage for it. The X-Files, I forget what the name is again, something I'll serve. How do I see the original listing? There we go. Like that. Resist or serve, that's the name of it. Complete with manual, very good condition, HAL, PlayStation 2. Perfect. Anyway, there it is, that's that. Okay, now, Jacob Farthington, credenza, a rickety oak veneer credenza of modern manufacture serves as the barrister's desk. It seems poorly suited for the purpose. Farthington's jumble of papers, briefs, and letters are scattered about its surface, and a reasonably hefty volume would cause it to collapse. Wow, it looks much sturdier than that to me. This isn't the FMV X-Files game? No, I played that one. I've already streamed that one. It was quite fun. I liked it a lot. Diploma. Robe rack. The barrister's robe and periwig are carelessly strewn on the rack. Both items are in extremely poor condition. A small quantity of surface dust suggests that neither has been recently moved, let alone worn. The rack itself is meant to look like it is carved from a single gigantic elephant tusk, but it is in fact made of plaster of Paris. It doesn't look anything like what they just described, but okay, we will just accept that. Really like Resist or Serve. You can experience the story as Mulder or Scully. Sounds like fun. I can't wait to try it out. Mulder has much more combat. Scully gets more harder puzzles. Interesting. I hope that there's a lot of puzzles both directions, though. Remember you playing X-Files? It was good, but the movement was a little odd. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's only so much you can do with the FMV experience, I guess. So it sounds like this guy is not a wealthy lawyer. He's not a wealthy barrister or solicitor. A chair and an ashtray, huh? A letter? A piece of cheap foolscap paper has been carefully preserved under glass and surrounded with a functional frame. A short cryptic note is written on it. It reads, "Jacob, I found some sea." It is dated 12 December 1886 and posted from Watersrand in the Transvaal. What the heck? Jacob, I found some C. Signed by Sia, and it says I found some. Found some what? Titles pertaining to development of common law are randomly interspersed among the proceedings of courts of chancery. The peculiar de jure intergens, whatever you say that, and a handsome octavo set of the Justinian Code are represented. The majority of the library, however, consists of cheap French novels and bound volumes of the Police Gazette and Illustrated Weekly. Interesting. Let's check the diploma out. We will, of course, play as Scully. I don't know, maybe we'll play as both. We'll see. A real successful barrister would have a coat stand carved out of an actual elephant tusk instead of something that doesn't look like that at all. Yeah, that's right, Life Force. The Transvaal is in what's now South Africa. The note is perhaps from Cecil Rhodes, who made a fortune in diamond mining there and then became a Jingalstic politician. Okay, interesting. Arselovers 36 is already rented out. That sounds hilarious. Terravan. I'm gonna have to try both directions, I think. De Ray intergontis of law between people. If my high school Latin isn't failing me. Oh, good. There you go. Thank you for your high school Latin. I have 0 Latin. Chest-beating nationalism. Oh, thank you, ATM machine. Not a phrase that I've come across. One of the driving forces in British imperialism and the wars that led to the annexation of South Africa. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sheepskin document written in Latin which states that the Magister et Amici, Master and Friends of Balliol College, Oxford, awarded the baccalaureate degree to Jacobus Maximus Farthington. Okay. Spherical map of the Earth is a 19th century reproduction of Leonardo da Vinci's classic globe, which the master built in 1515, shortly after the discovery of the Americas. Close examination reveals 2 sets of small brass hinges along the equator. Two hemispheres separate along the equator to reveal a well-stoked spirit Tantalus. 2 kinds of sherry, a collection of glasses, and an antique bottle of very fine port. Did you know that if you close this game and play Plock instead, you can get annoying in another kind of way, which doesn't involve puzzle solving? Well, thank you, Master Gregor. Hemispheres editing... is a bit dodgy in this game, yeah, it is. Thank you, Master Gregor. Mr. Farthington, what is your interest in Miss Anna Carraway?
If you'll excuse me for saying so, sir, your manner is too blunt by half. In you come without so much as an introduction and begin interrogating me. No, sir, we shall not be able to deal on those terms. You can presumably find your own way out. Ah.
Alright, that'll do. We'll go to the other place and see what's going on over there. Maybe he'll respect Watson more. He has a moustache, it's true. Mustachioed fellows get along together well. The music just got intense. I don't know why it's so intense. Why, Angelus, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi there, Angelus. How are you today? What were you playing? If I recall correctly, the next game you start as Watson and get to play as him for a while. That sounds like fun. If I was Watson, I would be so sick of being told I'm always wrong and just go to the pub instead. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you did. Dread X Collection 2, which has a series of indie horror games. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, Angelus.
Dread X Collection number 2.
What was your favorite of the games that you tried out today, then? Man, the music's really intense in this area. I kind of like it. An old typewriter. A portrait of Queen Victoria. A frame photograph. A framed photo taken from the Aberdeen Illustrated Gazette. The picture shows a stern-faced provincial constable and carries the caption, "Officer Gardner foils burglary attempt." The man is of middle years and otherwise undistinguished appearance. A busy receptionist. Pneumatic tube? The tube appears to penetrate the wall of the room behind the door. If it works properly, the tube serves as a convenient means of communication between officers and reduces the risk of strained vocal cords. Tell me about it. Cluttered with secretarial paraphernalia, the desk supports writing pads, sheets of paper, ink blotter, letter opener, paper clips, nail file, cheap novels, and a selection of teacups. Everything is piled precariously enough to court disaster. It invites the impression that very little work gets done here. I don't know if that's a fair assumption, but okay. Playing one each week, so you haven't finished them all yet. Oh, okay. Which one? So you're playing Charlotte's Exile today. Was Charlotte's Exile good? Secretarial Paraphernalia is the name of your next band? Good. It's a good name you to have chosen. Philo Remington's name is written across the top of this old typewriting machine. Presumably, it was once a useful office tool, but now that many of its keys are broken, and there is no ink ribbon in evidence, it is no more than a very heavy paperweight. Perhaps it possesses sentimental value. A meticulously dressed young woman, she is concentrating on her work. Hey! Servo, thank you so much for gifting us up to Angelus. Angelus, enjoy the gift sub. Can't save without a ribbon. That's true. You need to get that ribbon so you can save the game. I will say that Charlotte's Exile was interesting, having to translate an ancient language so you could figure out a note so you could resurrect your loved one. That sounds cool, Angelus. Servo, again, thank you very much for the gift sub. Do appreciate that. Work in a manner that a potential client might consider rude. She is trying to tidy the desk, which is almost beyond help. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and it is my colleague, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. We wish to speak with one of the principals, preferably Mr. Moorhead. I'm Violet Granger, confidential assistant to the gentleman. Mr. Moorhead, there's a Mr. Sherlock Holmes here to see you. Mr. Moorhead, hello? He must have stepped out a while I was on my tea break. Ah yes, here's a note. Back in an hour or two, HM. You can leave your card if you like. Miss Granger, we are assisting the police in an investigation of a criminal matter. May we examine Mr. Moorhead's office? Certainly not. Even if I could give you my permission, you couldn't get in. Mr. Moorhead always locks the door when he leaves, and he says you couldn't break into that office with a hammer. Might we speak to Mr. Gardner, then? No, Mr. Gardner hasn't been in today, which is most aggravating if you'd like to know. Why are you perturbed with Mr. Gardner, if I may ask? Because I'm bursting with curiosity, that's why. A client who must remain nameless, you understand, summoned him to a midnight rendezvous at the zoo in Regent's Park. I saw the telegram. There was some nonsense about bringing her jewellery, but I know what she was about, and so did Mr. Gardner. I don't know what that means. He left here with a smile on his face. Mr. Moorhead and I had quite a laugh about it. Mr. Gardner's a bachelor, you know. He has... Was that client Miss Anna Carraway? However, did you know that? We gotta go to the zoo! They've just chosen some random music for this game. It's like... This is like a really intense track. It should be used for like a chase scene or something. I don't know. Apparently I think Mr. Gardner was having an assignation. Right. I wish I could stop coughing. I've had this cough for almost a month now. Oh, Angelus, I know the feeling. I've had some coughs like that lasted way longer than I would have liked. Hopefully you get over it soon. Her being named Violet is fun because in the stories, Conan Doyle used Violet as a name for a bunch of different female characters. He's just like, I need a woman's name. Violet will do. I've used it before. People didn't complain last time I used it. Hey, Rivers of Distinction, good to see you. Break into the office with a hammer, you say? Yeah, I mean, maybe we could try it. Could happen. This game feels like it was made by AI over 30 years old. Does it really? On the plus side, I will soon be getting a new PC so I can finally check out the Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh, nice. New PCs are always good. Well, they should always be good. Nothing seems to match. There is a lot of strange stuff going on in it. I think it's just like, oh, I don't know. I can't reason as to why. Where's the zoo? I just realized the time is getting on as well. I don't want to go too late tonight. I'm trying to get a little bit more rest because my voice is starting to go again. I don't know if you can tell, but I can feel it. I think last night's bout of voice acting was enough to push it pretty far again. Where's the zoo? Ah, there it is. London Zoological Gardens. On the plus side... Oh, right, I read that. Sorry. Nothing seems to match. Alcohol and cocaine is how most 90s devs handled crunch. Is it? I have my doubts, but maybe you're onto something. Constable Dugan. What? Are we... Why can't I go in? It's daytime, right? An enormous wrought iron gate serves as a portal to the zoo grounds. No one of the current generation has ever seen this gate closed, let alone locked. This officer stands at the gate, alert for any problems that might require his intervention. Good morning, Constable. I have never known known one of Inspector Gregson's men to draw zoo duty. Ah, it's you, Mr. Holmes. There's been a spot of trouble here, but we have it well in hand. We're limiting access to the zoo until we complete our investigation. What's happened? Well, confidential-like, a man has been killed under mysterious circumstances, if you take my meaning. Indeed I do. Perhaps Inspector Gregson could use some assistance? I'm sure he could, Mr. Holmes, though he's not likely to admit it. He's in a foul mood today. Sir, what's your step? What? I don't know what else he said. It went away automatically. It was switched to speed in the late 90s. Ah. You could ask the officer politely if he lets you in. I could ask him politely. We'll see. This is the 1880s. Holmes takes cocaine. Yeah. It does fit that with that, Angelus. I watched a bunch of this game with the talkie 3DO version yesterday to remember it, and they all talk with the inflections that are in the speech here. Yeah, it's good. I like the inflections, but you don't always pick up on them right away, so you might have to adjust your reading aloud. Oh my gosh. Servo, you were in the hospital 7 hours yesterday and you're getting the morphine... off the morphine. That was some strong stuff. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that you were in the hospital yesterday and in the need of such medicine. And B, I hope your recovery is speedy. And there's no lasting effects from that visit. Unless the effects are health. Long-term. And happy health. I know this came out on CD and on DOS as well. Did it have voices or no? No. It did have some voices, but not much more than the floppy disk version, apparently. The FMV version on the 3DO is the only one that's fully voiced, as far as I know. Angelus can give you all of the details. Can you tell me anything else about this affair, Constable? Any progress?
No, sir. I'm just guarding the gate. I believe the inspector hasn't even identified the victim yet, or determined the cause of death.
Let's just open the gate.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson,
go on in. Or go right in. For some reason, that guy's dialogue just auto-completes. It doesn't let me click on anything. Oh, that's an elephant. I thought it was like a statue of an elephant. The elephant is a female Indian pachyderm. She appears well cared for, healthy, and as happy as a caged animal can be. The main gates. Looks a lot like that barrister's hat stand. The elephant's name is Chloe. She is 32 years old and has resided in the Regent's Park Zoo since she was an adolescent. Baba's wife? What? Zoo administrative officers. I mean, it doesn't give me many choices. Oh, where's this one go? The lion's cage. Let's go there. That sounds cool. I'm going to see the lions. Oh my. A shiny object. A lion. A Watson. Felix, the famous lion of Regent's Park. It just roared at me, I guess. I wasn't expecting that. Captured as an infant in British East Africa. He has lived his entire adult life in London. His prolific offspring populate the zoos of Western Europe and the United States. Interesting. Water. The water in the pit is collected rainwater. It's murky and odd bits of debris float in it. A small shiny object reflects the morning sunlight. It appears to be partially covered with mud. It is not possible from this distance to identify the object or even speculate about its actual size. Looks like we've got to climb in with the lion.
I don't think that would be a good idea, Holmes. That lion seems rather large and ferocious.
Okay, they're not going to let me do it. It's probably a good thing. Can't throw a dart at the lion. Use the wire hook with the rope. Oh, you can't combine things? Okay. Let's talk to Watson.
Roar.
You have to put some frog poison on it first? Yeah, that'll work. The noble beast at rest, hey, Watson? Do you see that glittering object, Watson? What do you suppose it is? A piece of quartzite? Or some foil? Even if it's a gold sovereign, Holmes, the lion is welcome to it. Talk, Watson. The noble beast at rest, eh, Watson?
I'm told such an animal that is at rest no less than 22 hours of every day.
Well, his present kingdom is
A piece of coal
pathetically
broke
small.
off.
There is not much in his surroundings to command his attention. Thank you, Master Gregor.
And little to command ours, I should say.
Don't be over hasty, Watson. Remember that careful observation is the foundation of good detective work. Nah, don't worry about the timing, Master Gregor. It's fine. I guess you can't die in this game, otherwise that the game would be like, are you sure? And then let you die horribly. Yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't died yet. It could happen still, I guess. I gotta find this murder scene or the kerfuffle scene. I mean, it is a murder, right? Let's just go over this way. When do we see Will Ferrell as Ron Burgundy? In this game? Not ne'er, I think. Inspector Gregerson. Ah, Mr. Holmes, come to put your tuppence in, hey? Have you? Very public-spirited. I'm sure. You might as well have a look at this, then. I don't know what the last line was. I'm too slow at reading aloud. Broken leg. Slash wounds cut through his lapels. Corpse. By God, Watson, Miss Carroway has turned into a lion. Yeah. Speaking of Holmes and Watson, they are making a sequel. There is no game, Wrong Dimension, where you play as Holmes and Watson. Wait, what? That's a confusing concept. Officer Callahan. Constable, have you noticed anything that might help Inspector Gregson see this case more clearly? I ain't seen nothing interesting except that elephant when I came in here. Somehow that response does not surprise me. Look, corpse. The body of a middle-aged man lies in the characteristic pose of death. The head is turned to the side, and one knee is slightly drawn up. His black hair is matted by dried blood where his skull has been severely crushed. His clothes are very dirty, though they are of decent quality. The left trouser leg is ripped and frayed, exposing some deep lacerations and punctures. Oddly, there is very little blood surrounding any of the victim's wounds, though his head is now misshapen. Detective Frederick Gardner is clearly recognizable from his photograph at the Moyd and Gardner Agency. There is no game. Wrong Dimension has you jumping through different game dimensions. One is a point-and-click adventure game with Holmes and Watson. I have played There Is No Game. Wrong Dimension. I don't remember that part. Are you saying there's a sequel? Middle-aged man laying on the ground, characteristic with the characters. Just got me trying to go to sleep each night. Just me trying to go to sleep each night. Right. Hi, Zordon. Welcome. There are several wounds slashed across the lapels of his jacket. A good deal of tearing is evident.
These tears appear in a pattern reminiscent of large claw marks.
Really? Broken leg.
The leg seems to have been broken by a fall rather than any human assault.
Game music is rough. It's so weird. Sometimes the music's quite good and sometimes it's not, and it doesn't always match the scene. So yeah, I think you're right. I think rough is a good description of the music. Alright, Watson?
Prudence demands that we find out what Gregson knows before we volunteer any information.
Have you noticed anything of significance here, Watson? Nothing you have not remarked yourself, Holmes? Let's talk to Gregson. Good morning, Inspector. What do we have here?
Deceased John Doe, stiff as the proverbial upper lip. Dead 8 hours at least, from a crushing blow to the head. His pockets have been emptied. Robbery, I imagine.
I think you're wrong, Inspector. Where was he killed, Inspector? And why have you moved the body?
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you always proceed immediately to the crux of the matter. I just told the lads that this body's been moved, but how did you know?
Given his head wound, there ought to be more blood on the ground where he fell.
What? Ah, yes, exactly my thought. He was certainly not done in here, then?
Correct. It was somewhere damp and dirty, and he was moved by a small person.
Oh, yeah? Next you'll be telling me what he had for his last tea.
Given time, perhaps. I can tell now that he was an inquiry agent by profession, a dark-eyed, left-handed bachelor, an ex-policeman, and a very foolish fellow. He was murdered by a hired killer.
Mr. Holmes, you exhaust my goodwill and try my patience when you talk like that. You surely do.
Do I look like an idiot? You don't know all those things.
You can't. You're just trying to show me up. Perhaps you had better move along. Remember, interference in police matters is a criminal offense.
You lately said that you never received interesting cases, Gregson. I'm sure you can see that such a remark was at best premature. Too much pride is not a good thing, Inspector. Good day. Wow. If you squint, this Sherlock Holmes does kind of look like Benedict Cumberbatch. Interesting. I gotta say, I hadn't noticed that myself. Maybe I'll try squinting next time. Sherlock went on the victim's Tinder profile. That's how he knew, yeah. What can you tell me about how he was killed? I guess I can kind of see it. Kinda.
I'm sure you'll have opinions of your own about that. You usually do.
Have you discovered anything else, Inspector? Nothing I can tell an amateur. What's this sign saying? I just want to read it. This highly polished brass sign reads, London Zoological Gardens, Peter Hollingston, Head Keeper. Alright, Watson, have you got anything new to add? I refuse to believe that a crime conceived and executed in haste can leave no clue behind it, Watson. I agree, Holmes. I'm sure the zoo has more to teach us. Let us continue. By the way, how do you know that Gardner was moved by a small person, and why did you not tell Gregson who Gardner was? The answer to your first question is that the heels of Gardner's shoes and cuffs of his trousers were encrusted with mud. He was dragged a fair distance. A large man would have picked up the corpse to move him. As for your second question, Doctor, I am not in the business of supplying the deficiencies of the police. Yeah. Alright, so we want to explore a little bit more around the zoo. Can I move the corpse? Take another look at the corpse. Okay. We'll keep walking around the zoo to see if we can find the murder scene. It might well have been the lion's cage. I mean, it did appear to have lion's claw marks in it, but... Oh, wait, there's only this area? What about if I go off to the right of this screen? Since you asked, you do kind of look like an idiot, Inspector. Maybe I can walk this way? No. Well, this appears to be the entire scene. Alright, let's go back to the lion's cage, see if we can inspect there a little closer. Maybe it was killed inside the elephant enclosure. I don't know. Music sounds much better if you play it with an MT32 emulator. What if I play it with a real MT32? Dirt. The lion enjoys a small variety of terrain in his captive world. Since the heavy clay in the pit of the cage shows no footprints, food, or body wastes, either he never ventures down there, or the area has been very recently cleaned and raked. I suspect that's the case. Even better, yeah. I was hoping it'd sound like arse on a real MT32. That would be funny if it's, like, amazing on the emulation, but on the real thing it's, like, broken. That looks like blood, but... it's... yeah, it doesn't say anything. So what can I do to get in here and inspect? Do I have, like, some way of... You do have to use the install program in the game folder to set it to MT32 music. Yeah, I assumed it'd be some configuration. Actually, I wonder if it has, in the setup, any mention of the types of... yeah, it doesn't seem to. Maybe this font will be easier to read. Whoa, that's chunky. Auto help left. Voices on. Fade by pixel. Keypad fast. I can't give the smock to the lion. I wonder if there's somewhere else I can go. No, we're just back here again. Is there some way I could, like, distract the lion? Like, maybe if I can go to the butcher and get some meat? That'd work. Yellow Hideo. Akira, good to see you. Is this Pinky and the Brain, judging by the music? Yes. The music is a little odd, isn't it? Like Sam the Butcher, bringing Alice the meat. Beastie Boys lyrics in your head? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm no lyricist at all. I don't know any lyrics. I mean, I know some. I don't know very much music. I'll put it that way. Hey, what's this? Oh, that's the picnic spot, right. If I go back here and tell the lady that Gardner's dead, we might be able to get somewhere else. It's imperative that we see Mr. Moorhead, Miss Granger. I'm sorry, you just missed him, Mr. Holmes. He was very upset when he left. Do you know where he has gone? No, a boy delivered a message, which Mr. Moorhead read privately. Then he asked me to shut the office door on my way out, which usually means he's opening the safe. A minute later, he left without saying a word. Do you have a key for the office door? No, Mr. Moorhead and Mr. Gardner have the only keys as far as I know. Perhaps we could get it from Gardner's body at the zoo, Inspector Gregson. Must still be there. Watson! I'm sorry to inform you like this, Miss Granger. Mr. Gardner was found dead at the zoo. In any case, Watson, there were no personal effects found with the body. Oh, that's dreadful. Who could have done such a thing? It's securely locked. We can't hammer our way in. Any fans of the Elementary show? It's quite funny to realize that the best Sherlock show yet is actually in the US. I'm gonna have to watch Elementary because I know I must have seen like some of it because I'm interested in Sherlock Holmes stuff, but I don't remember much about it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. G'day, Skittlejuice, good to see you. Me and my brother had this on the PC in the 90s. It's a good game. Awesome. You had it on the 3.5-inch floppy disks. All 9 of them. That's the version I have. Same version. Possibly. I mean, I don't know if it's the exact same version as you had, but mine is the 3.5-inch MS-DOS floppy disk version. If I could open it, I would show you the floppies. Here we go. There they are. 9 floppy disks. Yeah, they're pretty cool discs, too. Aussie v Canada. Ah, yes, of course. Watson, your bedside manner leaves something to be desired. Yes, indeed. Lucy Liu as Watson elevates the show in a way you'd never expect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I genuinely don't remember much about it. Glad to have the movies. Yeah, a ton of discs. Mm-hmm. Mate, don't say that because it irritates me and I've... Hello there, Fatty D. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you think the artist was given a lot of, given a list of items that were in each room, but not the descriptions? Yeah, I think so, Life Forcer. I think so. When I was a kid, it was still communism in my country, and books were heavily censored. So, to my horror, when I grew up, I found out that this superhero is just a really bad junkie as well. Oh wow, you didn't learn about the substance abuse of Sherlock Holmes. That's the meme? I don't know what the meme is. Yeah. All mentions of drugs were censored out. Australia has a thing about censoring drug references and stuff too, but just they do that by creating age ranges that are it's okay for adults to know about drugs, but not children. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Although I don't think the books were ever censored. Yeah, the books were never censored. That's why I like the show, because they went heavy on his addiction problem. Oh, interesting. So they actually explore that in the show. That's quite interesting. Sherlock again. Did you beat the darts already? Yeah, I beat the darts circle. I did. To be fair, Holmes eventually quit cocaine, though not tobacco. Yeah, okay. Holmes is a user, cause he crazy like a fox needs to settle his mind. Yeah, I think the reasoning in the book is like, oh, he's just so bored with life, he needs that to, you know, whatever, I don't know. Queensland just banned pill testing. What? Conan Doyle, unlike many medical doctors, thought cocaine was bad for people. It's interesting that he had the foresight for that. The Russian Holmes movies are great though, and the drugs were very much toned down in movie adaptations as well as back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be a trait of Holmes to have Holmes still be an interesting character. Library has a children's book called The Great Shelby Holmes, which is basically what if Holmes was a little girl and she really liked sugar. That's great. That sounds really fun. In Victorian era, many British rich people used drugs and joined secret societies. Too much free time and no internet. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes some sense. This music's getting on my nerves. It's too intense. We're in a receptionist's office. Okay, we already had this entire conversation. Use the pneumatic tube. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this room just so I can get less of this music while I catch up with the chat. He doesn't use drugs often in the books. Yeah, no, that's true. But it's definitely a thing. In the show, Lucy Liu starts as a sober companion hired by Sherlock's dad to keep an eye on him. Oh, that's interesting take, yeah. I'll have to watch it. Stop, don't spoil anymore. I'll watch it, okay? I'll watch it. Everyone is dumb except me. I'm the only one smart enough to do drugs. Very good. Jeremy Brett Holmes series featured Holmes getting clean of cocaine as part of the storyline in one episode. Oh, good. Holmes has basically superpowers, giving him some heavy negative trait helps balancing the character. Yeah, it's a bit of a cheap way to balance the character though, right? It's like, because the excuse is like, oh, I'm just so good that I need, like, the drugs, I have to do the drugs to keep myself sane or whatever. Like, it's, you know, I'm a super genius and that I need the drugs to stay alive. Otherwise I'd be bored to death. Reminds me of Mr. Robot. The show, I assume, not the video game. Basically, the thing that makes the drugs integral to Sherlock is that he gets so bored without challenging cases that he uses drugs to quiet his mind. That fits. Yeah, but again, I'll say it again. It's just like his his negative trait is because he's so powerful. His genius is so powerful that that's why he needs the negative trait. It's just like a bit of a cop out for negative traits. If you get, hopefully that comes through. I don't know. I'm maybe not articulating perfectly well. Kind of an old view on autistic ADHD people who today drink a lot of coffee to quiet their minds. Yeah, I certainly drink a lot of coffee. I need to see a doctor. I need to get a prescription for something else, I think. Alright. Where were we? I genuinely am not sure where to go. I think there must be something to do at the zoo, but I feel like maybe we want to go like here and see if like a lion's claw was taken. Like maybe he was murdered, but they wanted to make it look like he was attacked by the lion. You know what I mean? Maybe I should talk to Lars. He won't talk to us. There's no, I can't look at, like, the lion, for example. Yeah. So I guess there's no reason to assume that it was a setup, based on this area. I suppose. I tried to click on the door and he hasn't, I must have missed. Can't remember the game, well, so no backseating. Yeah, no worries, it's all good. Russian actor playing Holmes was awarded by the Queen herself as honor to his work. Oh, wow. It was actually a person Arthur Conan Doyle knew, professor if I recall correctly, that part of Holmes was modelled after, and current theory is that that person was on the spectrum, and of course there was no knowledge or treatment at the time. We barely have one now. Yeah, interesting. There was also a Japanese Sherlock Holmes TV series, too, which was quite good. Oh, was that the anime one that was mentioned previously? Might have been. It was based on Dr. Joseph Bell. Interesting. Alright, what are we going to do here? Trying to decide if there's any potential clues we can pick up from somewhere else, but right now, not so much. Let's return to the zoo. We'll keep looking around at the zoo. And who knows, maybe something will change between visits to the zoo. I subbed, but it's not popping up, spoiler. Well, thank you, Skeetlejuice, for the subscription. I do appreciate it. I'll wiggle my eyebrows and everything. There you go. Thank you very much. I think sometimes when you subscribe, you have to like say like no, tell the you have to do something. You have to take some action. I don't know. He gets a Watson robot that has a skin face robot body. Sherlock Holmes 22nd century. Catharus. I watched, so Serenity's Bane produced a video about that, and I watched it. Yeah, it was very fascinating, actually. I hadn't watched that show, growing up at all. I didn't know about it. Very fascinating. Not something I'm gonna go out and watch, I don't think, but, it's an interesting concept. I wouldn't mind seeing, like, a modern take on it, perhaps. Yeah, Watson robot, that's right. It's weird, because they resurrect Holmes or something like that, and they create a fake Watson robot and put his face on the robot. It's actually super, super creepy.
You're doing very well.
If you think about it. Thank you. I just realized I'm not wearing earbuds, so you probably can hear all of this stuff blurring back through the microphone. Sorry about that. I'd gone through the entire stream forgetting about putting on my earbuds. From your Canadian Commonwealth cousin, I'll check. Nice. Sherlock was based on Joseph Bell, who apparently had an ability to deduce things from his students. Oh, that's interesting. In the Japanese show, Sherlock was a woman? Huh. Good see, range cat. Not hearing anything ambient over the music. Okay. Alright, what am I doing? Why am I talking to this guy? Let's just open the gates. Go right in. Maybe we can see the crime scene again. Well, the body. Maybe we need to talk to whoever's name is on that plaque. The sign. Maybe we could knock on this door. I didn't even try that. Peter Hollingston. Maybe we can talk to Peter Hollingston. Yeah, funny that I didn't even bother trying to go in here before. I guess I was a little distracted. What can I do for you, gentlemen? Tiger rug. Poor tiger. Albatross. Open file cabinet. Hollingston. Quite the music transition indeed. Yeah, I think they just randomly assigned tracks to each room. I remember the dart game. I was like 13, 15 when me and my older brother played this. The dart game was crazy, Skeeljuice. The worst part of Sherlock is that the Doyle went a little crazy afterwards, decided to investigate the paranormal stuff quite gullibly. Oh, that sounds like fun. Good on him. When are the animal cages cleaned out? Mr. Hollingston, I'm Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Could you tell us, please, who found the body? Unlike Holmes, Conan Doyle was a convinced believer in the supernatural. Interesting. Very interesting. Mr. Hollingston, I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Could you tell us, please, who found the body? I almost tripped over it when I came to work this morning. I talk about starting the day on the wrong foot. When are the animal cages cleaned out? About 6 p.m., while the animals are being fed. Why do you ask? Could anyone on your staff have seen the murdered man? As I told the inspector, everyone except Simon Kingsley leaves the premises at 7 p.m. Simon doesn't have much to do with people, but has an unusual rapport with all the animals. Felix the lion is a special friend. Passing strange, if you ask me. But there it is. To each his own. Since Simon didn't sound the alarm, I assume he saw nothing. May we have Mr. Kingsley's address? There are 1 or 2 points I would like him to clear up for me. Of course. He lives alone in a flat in St. John's Wood. The address is 241 Grove End Road, just opposite Lord's. I should say that Inspector Gregson seemed quite uninterested in Simon. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Is there anything else you can tell us concerning the regrettable incident, Mr. Hollingston? No, I'm afraid you've exhausted my meager store of information. Binoculars? This expensive pair of powerful magnifying binoculars is of the type favored by ardent bird watchers, ship captains, and spies. Let's take them. Nothing of interest? Okay, let's look in this open file cabinet. The open drawer here contains files from M to O. They have been shuffled through recently. Interesting. I've missed a little bit of the chat, of course. Hi there, Final Girl. Looking it up, Doyle seems to have become much more of a spiritualist when his kids and brothers and other family members all died within a couple of years. He started believing in life after death and a way to reach it. Ah. See, that adds a lot of context around it all. He just found out the truth is out there. That's what I found crazy about. Creates creates a man impenetrable by logic, yet fails for the simple scammers. Yeah. I made a banana bread. Bonanza bread? Too bad you can't share it over the internet. Yeah, banana bread's delicious. I haven't had banana bread in a little while. I should get some. Should make some. Looking at... Oh, right, I read that. Yeah. Good thing they didn't have data privacy legislation in the 18th century. An employer just handing out employee personal data to a random man. Well, an investigator. It's not exactly a random man, but yes. He also wholeheartedly believed in the truth of an infamous hoax known as the Cottingley Fairies, where some little girls made photographs of themselves next to paper cutouts of tiny fairies. Yeah, I remember seeing those pictures too, or at least some like them, and reading about that. Yeah. You made the bread for your 12-year-old son? He has a Switch 2 with Bonanza. Just a joke. Oh, okay. Bonanza bread made with Hoss? Alright, what are we doing in here anyway? What time is it? It's getting late. I don't want to go too late, like I said. Let's keep on going for a bit longer, though. So we've got the address. I guess we just go straight to this guy's house and start questioning him about the lion's cage. Or enclosure. Do. He was quite a douche, progressively pro-supernatural to the point of bullying people who questioned it. 5:30 p.m. You still have time. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's getting a little late here. I mean, I've missed so much streaming because of health and voice lossage. I don't want to do that again, so I gotta be careful. Make sure I get some rests and such, you know. Hey, there you go.
Such a great attitude. It's always my pleasure to be your patron when I can.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. I appreciate the support. Thank you, Skill Juice PSN. Alright, where were we? I was on my way to the new address that we've found. I have no idea where it is, like the context of that location. Oh, there it is. Simon Kingsley's flat. I'm gonna guess this man has a massive moustache, though. Or a funny-shaped wig. It's either a moustache or a funny-shaped wig. Thank you, Skill Juice. He had a feud with Houdini because he was convinced Houdini had magical abilities, despite Houdini specifically tried to explain that was false. Yeah. Yeah. They were wild times back then. Wild times. You know the old saying, home is where you hang your moustache. Yep. The old adage. Oh, he's inviting us in. That's very nice.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, his moustache is way smaller than I suspected.
What may I do for you?
We would like to ask you a few questions regarding the murder that happened at the zoo last night while you were on duty.
Please come in and make yourselves comfortable.
Ottawa? Wonderful. Someday, who knows, maybe I'll be able to visit that part of the world. I do want to travel. Living in Australia makes it tricky, though. It's a lot of expense to get from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, where literally everything else in the world seems to be. Good morning, Kira. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, Kingsley, we need to question you, sir. What else do you have in here, though? Is there anything... okay, we got some books. Got a picture? Let's look at the picture. Photograph of Felix, the famous lion of Regent's Park Zoological Gardens. The photograph has been professionally tinted to replicate the beast's natural coloring. The artist possessed less than modest skills. Less than modest skills. Does that mean they were really crap at it? Or are they really good at it? I'm not sure how to interpret that. A well-worn pair of boots, Mark and Spencer Brogans, size 9. The edge of the soles and part of the uppers are encrusted with mud. Several coarse reddish-brown hairs are stuck in the mud. Oh, that's interesting. Must be his, lion mucking boots. I'm scared of the monsters in the interior and cane toads. There's nothing to worry about over here. It's mostly safe. Less than modest skills. My brain comes up with Jesus painting revival incident. Also that mid-age horse painting. Oh, right. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The restoration of that. Yeah. I forget what the name of the painting is, but yeah. I'm very terrible with names. Middle Ages paintings of lions are hilarious. Middle Age paintings of any animals are pretty hilarious. They just basically draw a human face on an otherwise, like, animalistic, yeah, frame. Whatever. Words. We're sorry to disturb you, Mr. Kingsley. A man was savagely murdered at the zoo last night. Did you observe anything unusual during your tour of the grounds? A murder? During my watch, you say? You don't say. A man named Gardner was found outside the managing director's office, but he was not killed there. Where, then? We were hoping you could tell us. No, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. He's hiding something. You have a reputation for knowing a lot about animals. Could any of them have been responsible for Mr. Gardner's death? Never, unless they were provoked. No, never. When did you say last clean Felix's cage? Last night, about 6 or 6:30. You care for several species of animals, Mr. Kingsley. Surely you have a favorite. It's no secret that I have a special relation with Felix. That's no crime. And you'd try to protect him if you thought he was in trouble? I would try. Ah, the bugger, he's cleaned it up himself. He cleaned the crime scene so Felix wouldn't get in trouble for murdering a man. Hey, Orc dude, good to see ya. You thinking of Floyd? Floyd? A remarkably tidy and pleasant room, wouldn't you say, Doctor? This mud bears an uncommon resemblance to the clay I saw in the lion's pit. I wonder if there's a connection. If you say so, Holmes. The man is a zookeeper after all. Frankly, I was more interested in the lion than I was in his terrain. A remarkably tidy and pleasant room, wouldn't you say, Doctor? I would indeed, Holmes. It might serve as an inspiration to a less fastidious lodger of my acquaintance. Where do you imagine Mr. Kingsley acquired all the mud on his boots, Watson? There's a lot of muddy ground at the zoo, I'm sure. What if I were to tell you that I have seen enough to assure me that Felix was not responsible for Gardner's death? He wasn't? I mean, of course he wasn't. Let us be frank, Mr. Kingsley. You moved Gardner's body from Felix's cage, did you not? What happened? I assure you, I bear you no ill will, nor Felix either. For that matter, We can keep your story just between us. Please remember that another person's safety may depend on your veracity. I thought I had been very clever. Now I know better. Here's what happened, I swear. I heard Felix making a commotion about 10 o'clock, and I went to calm him. I found him gnawing a dead man's leg. This gardener fellow had fallen or jumped into his cage, and Felix had killed him. Lions are very territorial, you know. I dragged the corpse out of the pit and put him outside the MD's office. I just couldn't carry him any further. Then I cleaned Felix's pit the best I could, in the dark. I didn't want Felix to be put down for something that really wasn't his fault. Gardner was either drunk or committed suicide. Actually, he was neither, Mr. Kingsley. He was, as I said, murdered, and his murderer wanted to make it look like Felix was the perpetrator. How insidious! People really are disgusting. Alright, so I need to get the thing out of the cage. Simon, I need to examine something in Felix's cage. Would it be possible for you to occupy Felix so that I may go down into the pit? Of course, if you think it's important. It may be a matter of a young woman's life or death. I'll get dressed and meet you at Felix's cage. Fine, we'll return there immediately, thank you. Is there anything else you can tell us, Simon? No, I think I've told it all. I'm so happy Felix won't be blamed. We must return to the lion's cage with all possible haste, Watson. I may have made a grave error. What? I made an error? That I doubt, Holmes. A minor miscalculation, perhaps, but no more. Let's go. Back to the zoo. Man, this carriage driver's making a lot of money tonight. Or today. Or whatever. Alright, he's distracting the lion, I guess. Simon holds Felix, who appears calm and does not strain against the confinement. It is obvious that Kingsley has spent much time with the lion. Alright, let's get this item. Wow, they animated the entirety of him climbing the fence and going down the ladder. Meow. So what do we get? It's a pocket watch! A gold-plated watch, attached to a fine gold chain. The latch is encrusted with mud, and there is a small dent in the bottom edge. Otherwise, it is in good condition. Opening the watch reveals an inscription. A piece of paper is attached to the inside of the lid. Just below the inscription, you remove the piece of paper for closer examination. 11/17/86? Is that a date? Or a combination? A piece of paper with the numbers 11/17/86, neatly printed in a bold masculine hand. Ah yes, bold masculine hand. Alright. I don't know what that tells us, but... could be anything. The studio that made this game is Mythos. Excuse me, Mythos Studio Software. Mythos Software. Sherlock in real life also investigates the excrements of the lion and gives advice on a suitable diet for it. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's do a save. here. Talk to Gregson. That's all. That's all, too. Alright. Milo's made a game called I Forgot. It's tip of the tongue. I can see it in my mind's eye, but can't regurgitate. I mean, I could look it up on Moby Games. Lots of files of Sherlock Holmes, Case of the Rose Tattoo, and Bodyworks, Missions in Anatomy and Bodyworks. Is that it? That seems to be it. Does that jog any memories? What the heck? Oh, it's like inner space or whatever. Aesthetics of this game reminds me a bit of the Shadow of the Comet, but different studio. Yeah, Shadow of the Comet is, that's, Infograms. Infograms. They did a lot of games. This includes games marked as adult. Really? Why is there only, like, a few games? What about the rest of their games? Let's see, Shadow of the Comet. Infograms Europe. Maybe that's all supposed to look up. Developers Infograms Europe. Yeah. They made a ton of games. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. What am I to do? Maybe I'll call it a night. It is getting late. Let's just save and, we'll resume here next time. Oh, that's not how you exit. Whatever. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, ATM Machine. I do appreciate it. It was fun. There was some great conversations, too. I really enjoyed that. I'm just going to try and fix up the frozen screen here. 1 second while I try and organize that. hopefully everything's working okay. Alright. Cool. Actually, I'll close the game. And I'll switch back to this. So, I will be back again tomorrow with a little bit more Sherlock Holmes, I think. Looking forward to seeing that X-Files game arrive, actually. That's going to be fun. Thank you, Is-Alt-Lem. Thank you, Hideo Akira. And thank you, Refraction. You vanished for 2 hours? I'm glad you found your way back. Vanishing is a difficult thing. Glad I managed to catch most of the stream. It's been a while. I have a good rest of the weekend. Thank you, and you too, Is-Alt-Lem. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out. I do enjoy the conversations, of course. Thanks, Integer. Thank you. Are you getting rest now? Sleep? Yeah, I will. Thank you, Skittle Juice. I will go get some rest. Actually, I might eat some dinner. I didn't eat dinner tonight, so I'll do that, and then I'll get some sleep. But yeah, no, this was a really good time. Really appreciate you spending some time with me, and I will be going to take a look at that X-Files game sometime in the near future once it arrives. I look forward to playing that, actually. I just need to work out exactly where it sits in. I'm pretty sure the information I'd read about it said that it's after season 7, episode 2 or 3. So I've already finished watching all of season 7 just this last week or so. So I'm probably overdue to play the game, it turns out. So that should be fun. Pizza next Friday again? Nah, we'll see. We'll see, Master Gregor. Thank you, though. I appreciate the ideas. Sausages for dinner? I don't have any sausages in the house. Otherwise, it would be an option, perhaps. Yeah. Exile's card game as well. I'll look into that. I don't know about that one. I only looked into the video games. Anyway, I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. Good night. Oh, Adrian! Hi! Good to see you. I was going good. We had a good time. I'm just... I'm sorry I missed you, Adrian. I'm glad that you were here, though. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Procrastinating with FMM is my favorite time, whether I do chat or not. Well, thank you, Icy April Dawn. I really appreciate it. I enjoy a little bit procrastinating myself. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go. Have a good one. See you soon.